What's up, world? Welcome to season 4 of the Affairs of the Heart podcast. Let's bring the crew in. You already know who we are. Let's bring the crew in like we always love to do. Our podcast. Everybody is here. And you already know who we are. Let's bring the crew in like who's watching me? Love to do our podcast. Everybody is here. Yeah, you already know who we are. Is that you?
Is it me? It can't be me.
Who's watching me? Because I can hear myself. I got the music going. I'm welcoming us back in a great way. Welcome to season 4 of Affairs of the Heart podcast. As you know, we are back. I think did you get it under control, Aaron?
I don't know if it was me or not.
It was Aaron.
It was.
I don't know.
What's up, everybody? I'm your boy GQ. Welcome to the Affairs of the Heart podcast. We've got EzSaidEzDone in the sandwich. We've got SoDebNair holding up the end of the bread. What's going on, family?
What's going on, guys? It's been a long time.
Yes, it has been a long holiday season. Welcome back. Welcome back.
So the way this is set up, Dwayne, you're the top. Aaron, you're the bottom.
We got you in the middle. You know, we got you in the middle. Welcome, everybody. Just a few housekeeping rules really quick. Make sure that you check out the link in the description if you are joining us on any of our Facebook pages or our Facebook group. There is a link in the bio or the description rather, so that you can share your comment. If you do not, you will look like this Facebook user. We don't know who you are. So you have to give Facebook permission to share your likeness and your comment. Make sure you click that link and give Facebook permission to share your comment and your likeness. Again, you'll look like this. If you do not. So we want to make sure that you guys are popping in because we love to see what's up. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's been a long 2 months of the holidays.
People have been in the inbox. Where is this podcast? Y'all said it was going to be in January. It is now February. Where are you guys at?
Listen. We needed some time. We needed some time to have our lives.
Yes. Also, before we get started, if you guys are on YouTube or on Facebook, make sure that you guys like this video. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. Like the page if you're on Facebook. Turn on your notifications if you're on YouTube. And share the video.
Say
what's up to us in the comment section.
That was my crunk because I was excited. But what's up, everybody? We are so glad that you are here. Hey, Mark. Hey, why not? So I know we want to catch up. You know what's been going on in the past 2 months. SoDebNair, you want to go first?
So you guys know I was in shambles the last time. My house was flooding, and things were just everywhere. And they actually just fixed that maybe like 2 weeks ago. Finished it, so. That was the other reason why I was okay with this kind of taking the long break, because I'm like, I'm not really back in my house like that. So, but that's been going on. I also have some new endeavors that I'm doing right now. If you guys know about All About the Tea, it's like one of the biggest blogs out there, YouTube channels. So I'm a part of that. I'm a Teacup affiliate right now. And I also have started my own YouTube channel, which is a part of me being a part of All About the Tea. So check out that page. It's still SoDebNair. Everything is SoDebNair.
All right. Well, shout out to remind me who runs All About the Tea page.
Her name is Monica. You probably have seen her on WeTV, on Bravo. They always put her post on. She's like who drops the news on the shade that's going on in these reality shows.
So shout out to Monica and All About the Tea. We appreciate you for giving love to SoDebNair because he is one of the best in the business. EzSaidEzDone. What's been going on?
A lot has been going on, and some of the stuff I can talk about, some of the stuff I can't talk about. But Kind of like what Aaron is talking about, just branching out and doing some things on my own, working on a website, working on an individual podcast, working on some little fashion, a little reality, little more exposure, so you'll be able to see me more. I feel like we're like Destiny's Child and we're breaking up. This is like how we're how we're still friends. We're still gonna be close buddies, but we got our own thing going on. But yeah, so just spreading my wings and seeing all the possibilities of things that I can do, and yeah, and I brought a little present for you all. So, and we can jump into that later, now, whenever. Just but yeah, got a little present for the people.
Well, since we're talking about it, let's give the people their.
Oh, we gonna do it now? We gonna do it now? Okay. So I have been working with this amazing individual by the name of Anthony Anderson. If you don't know him, Google him. I mean, award-winning. He's got an Emmy in his house. Let me just say that he's got an Emmy in the house. Like, this brother knows exactly what he's doing, and it's an honor to work with him. If you haven't seen his YouTube series, it's called Anacostia. Like I said, it's award-winning. There's some amazing talent on that show, but he's now branched out to do a little something else to showcase some individuals within the DMV. We're all in the LGBT community, and it sheds light on the trials and tribulations and the interactions of each other. So it's a nice little spin on reality. So this is our trailer. So you guys will get. This is the first time it's going to be aired.
All right, so this is an exclusive to the affair.
This is, oh my God, this is the first time exclusive. Look at that. Okay.
Well, okay, so you ready?
I am ready. Yes.
Okay, let's show the trailer for this new project
called The City, DC.
All right, let's see it.
We know you've been waiting.
What's up, boy? That's it.
Don't lie. You know you can't wait to see us.
Well, you know what they say. Good things come to those who wait. This summer, your wait is over.
In this city, you can be whoever you want to be, even if who you want to be is nothing but a lie.
In this city, you can either stand out and be seen or stand in the back and be left behind.
In this city, you don't have to look far for a good time, but too much of a good time can be addictive.
In this city, everybody wants to be king, but there can only be one prince.
In this city, diversity is everything. It's not just black and white.
Welcome to DC.
Oh,
bitch.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Did we explain what that bell means already?
No, we did not. We did not. Anytime you hit horns, take a shot of your drink, take a shot, whatever you got. Congratulations, Easy.
Yes.
I love that.
Thank you. It's been a long time coming, and I'm glad it's finally here. So
I'm excited to see what's to come.
Now, do we know where that's going to be premiering? Where can people find it? Is there a website, etc.?
Website and all that other information is coming really, really soon. Like I said, it's going to be premiering on this national network. I can't drop the name just yet, but it's an amazing company, and I'm really excited to be working with them. But right now, season 1 is just about completely done. We're about to start filming season 2. Yeah, so like I said, it's a wonderful cast of individuals. Well, I mean, some of them are, but it's but yeah. So like I said, I'm just excited. To work with them and be a part of this, and just to shed some light on some of the things that we got going on in the city. the DC.
So when it airs, we'll be able to do the after show conversations about the little dirt. You can hop on with.
I'm down for it. I'm down for it.
And let's talk about the trash.
Look, you guys got to get my girl Monroe on here. She gives a good talk. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, good. Congratulations. We are so happy for you. And we can't wait to tune in because I'm sure SoDebNair is going to have so much to say about it.
I know he is. I know he is.
He's got so much to say about the drama. You know, SoDebNair is like the reality TV show king.
There is definitely drama within this cast, and there's love, there's drama. There could be a little drink spilling, drink throwing, table flipping.
Okay, all right.
We can't wait to see it.
I can't wait to see it either.
You know, it's kind of like my job now. So
right.
Well, I'm just gonna sit here and drink my drink.
Get ready to be tossed and dragged by SoDebNair. I can't wait.
Well, I'm gonna look at here. I'm no Candace, so you.
Oh, you're not giving us Candace, are you now?
I'm definitely not giving you Candace. Okay. And that's my girl. That's my girl. Love you, Candace. I'm just saying that.
What about you, Dwayne? What did you have going on during the break?
Oh man. The holidays were great. It was great to take a break and breathe and enjoy, just life. The start of the year has been really, 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 really busy for myself, for Swank Arts and Entertainment. I am one of the executive producers for a new movie. It is a film. It is an LGBTQ film that centers around domestic abuse in lesbian relationships, in particularly. It's called Love's Disservice. And so you'll see more about that in the coming months, especially because we are crowdfunding for it. So anybody that wants to donate to the cause, for our films and our stories and our narratives, you'll see more about that coming. I am also a new board member for In the Life Atlanta and the Atlanta Black Pride Committee. So
nice.
I am, again, a new board member. So I am going to be heavily involved in Atlanta Black Pride this year. I'm really, really, really excited about that. And I'm really excited about bringing some new, fresh blood to the events that will happen during Pride Week here in Atlanta. Of course, social distancing, of course, with everything implied. So we have our work cut out for us. And I'm really, really grateful for that opportunity to be a part of that. L. Rainier Covington is in the room. She is actually the writer of the book that is inspired by Love's Disservice. So it is her book that inspired her movie. So we're so excited.
Right. We still wait on him to come on to the show.
Congrats to her.
Yes, Rainier, we need you on the show. Aaron wants you on the show bad. So we got to make sure we schedule that. We'll definitely get her in because she would definitely promote the movie and her book and who she is. If you do not know who Rainier is and her Pink Love platform and her wellness platform, you definitely need to follow her. She was somebody that you definitely need to know. She said she's ready to be on the show, so she's ready to be here. Atlanta Pride is going to be Labor Day week, and we have the week.
Labor Day. Wait, hold on. You said Labor Day week?
It's the week into the weekend, so we have a lot of. There's a fashion show. There is a film festival. There is I am currently working on a trans honoring platform, whether it's a tea or luncheon or something. I really want to honor our trans community and our intersex community. And so if you are interested in being a part, if you're a designer, you're interested in being a part of the fashion show, please reach out to me. directly, but it will be Labor Day weekend for Pride here in Atlanta. We are social distancing. We are wearing masks. We are making sure that everybody is safe while we celebrate the 25th anniversary of Atlanta Black Pride. So I think, is that everything, man? That's really not.
Oh, look, y'all know me. I like to
watch your series that you did.
Yes, I did. So Swank Arts and Entertainment did a platform or a series called The Space in Between, where we sat down with each letter of the LGBTQIA plus community and really hashed out some of our differences, hashed out some of our misunderstandings. It garnished some really great feedback, the possibility of even turning it into a television show. So I've been busy, to say the least.
And if you guys got a chance to check that out, you need to go over to his page and check it out, because it was so informational. It was really dope. And I learned a lot from the other letters of the community, stuff that I just didn't know. So
yeah, it was dope. And Rainier just reminded me, on Monday I was on Ellen's Game of Games. If you saw the episode of Ellen,
okay.
I was on Ellen's Game of Games game show.
You've been busy.
I have been busy.
Did she beat you or anything? Did she throw anything at you?
I did. So I played the blindfolded musical chairs game.
Okay.
And it is not easy. I just
want to make sure she was treating you right. I heard she.
No. She was cool. She was cool. But yeah, I mean, it's been a great break. It's been a great break, but I'm glad to get back to the ratchet and the dirty and the sex and the relationships and be here with Easy and SoDebNair, because we missed each other. I missed y'all.
I miss you too. Like, I haven't shot my shot online in a minute. So here I go again. I'm gonna shoot my shot again, because I hear somebody's on the board, and I'm just saying, I used to host some events. I've done some shows. I'm just saying, I could definitely come on down to Atlanta and spend the weekend down there. I'm just, got a little show under my belt.
I mean,
I'm just gonna put it out there.
Let me get good in with the board first, and then I'll let you know.
Okay. Just, I've done a little acting too. I know you're on a show now. You got, got a couple web series under the belt too.
I do have a couple of web series under my belt, but
I'm saying,
I am producing, content, and assisting in the helping of the development of content as well. So if you are interested, if you have some content, you think I need to look at it. Oh, I forgot. I'm also the creative director for the Black Gay Weddings platform.
Oh yeah.
So I am also the creative. So the platform, if you follow Black Gay Weddings on IG, which most people do,
I had to stop. I can't be looking at that all day. It's depressing to what's going on over here. All right.
I am the creative director. So if you are interested in having your engagement, your anniversaries, your wedding, if you're having those featured, you can submit them to the board for the Black Gay Weddings platform. And we have interviewed some celebrities, as well as we have some great things coming in the works for that platform as well. I'm done. I feel like I talked about so much. So
no,
that's what this is for. We catch it up.
It's amazing that all the things that we have going on, and I'm super proud of both of you and everything that you have. So
I'm proud of everybody. I mean, we a lot happened in this break. So
yeah, we were not just sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah.
That part. We are bettering our community while we talk about sex and relationships.
And love.
Right. So y'all ready?
I'm ready to go.
I'm never ready, but let's do it.
All right. We are back. Let's get into it. Get in here. Let's get into it with the Affairs of the Heart. Make sure you go to theaffairsoftheheartpodcast.com for all your podcast needs. But let's go right into, you want to start with Letters from the Heart? You want to start there? or you want to go into relationships? What's up, Aaron?
It's up to you. However you want to, you do this part. We just go along with what you got.
You just go along with it. Let's go with our first letter. We have so first of all, you can write into us on the website. Aaron, where would you prefer for them to send it?
It doesn't really matter if y'all want to send it through the website or through the Instagram. Those are both the best ways.
Yep. So if you have something that you want us to talk about on the Affairs of Our Podcast, send it via the website or send it to our Instagram page. You can be anonymous if you wish. Make sure you put that in the description if you would like. But we have a letter. We've gotten a lot of letters while we were on a break, which is great. So here's the first letter. Dear Affairs of the Heart, I was in a 6-year on and off situationship with an ex for lack of a better word. Throughout the relationship, we had many ups and downs and highs and lows until I broke it off in early 2017. Fast forward to 2020, I'm in a new relationship with someone. We have been together for a little over 3 years, and it's totally better. In the course of our 3 years, I met a platonic friend who we'll call Al.
Hey,
Al. Hey, Al. Al and I have bonded and have really become close. This past weekend, he was given updates on who he's been dating, and it happens to be my ex from the situationship. I'm still triggered by my ex, and I would prefer that I'm not in a space with him. However, I'm not the guy to tell someone who they should and should not date. Especially because I really don't know Al. I didn't know Al, rather, while I was in my previous situationship. If Al and my ex situationship start to bloom, is it fair to end the friendship with Al? Sincerely, Darren Young.
I feel like you took pride in saying his name.
I did, because we never get to say anybody's name.
Now, people, he asked for his name to be said.
He did ask for his name to be said.
Just to be clear, we ain't put nobody out. He asked for his name to be said.
Right. So,
wait.
Mark said
intel.
All right.
Trash.
What text was trash, Mark? What are you talking about?
I don't. Does he have intel on Al? Like,
that's what I'm trying to find out.
Okay, I don't know. I have no idea. So I'll ask the panel, guys, gentlemen.
Oh, Darren Young. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I don't know.
Because that's the only name that was mentioned.
Hold on, we got breaking news, guys.
wait, I'm sorry. I'm getting something in my ear. Mark?
I was a little bit confused because he said his sex was trash, but I mean the only name we used was the writer.
Mark, who are you talking about directly?
We need to know. We can the correct way.
He got to be talking about Darren.
We need to know. While we wait for Mark to reply.
That's the only name that was mentioned.
That's a lot.
Mentioned too.
Guys, is it fair?
I'm sorry, this whole story took a turn.
It did. Is it fair for Darren to end his friendship with Al because Al is seeing his ex-situational shit?
I don't see nothing wrong with it. I mean, if you're not comfortable with it, I definitely say end it, because you're in a better space with your new boo. Why would you even put yourself through that? But that also makes me think that you still have feelings for the ex or the situationship. Because if not, would this be bothering you? Because I mean, my ex, we're cool. Like, I met his man, they had sex. I don't give a damn. So,
wait, what?
My ex. And I've met his boyfriend. They have sex. I don't give a damn who it is. Like,
everybody sees it.
Yeah, everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
But it doesn't bother me. So I'm saying with the situation, it seems like it's more to it, because why would them having a certain type of relationship make you make a decision whether or not they want to be around him or not?
Now, I'll say this: we don't know the details of what happened in that relationship. So it may not necessarily still be a connection of love or feelings. It could be I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying like that could have been an abusive relationship. We just don't know the details because we weren't given that. But I will say this: if it's still a problem for you, you can end the friendship like that respectfully, and you can let Al know. Be like, look, this is why we can't really be cool like we used to be because you guys got a relationship that's blooming. I can't have y'all in my space. Well, I can't have him in my space. Okay, so we can't be double dating. We can't be linking up to do gatherings. We can't be coming over to have brunch and stuff like that because he cannot be in my space because I've removed myself from that. And you got to protect your health, your sanity, your mental. And,
Yeah, so my question is, does Al know? Have you shared with Al that this person is somebody that you were in a relationship with for on and off for a long periodically amount of time?
He should have that conversation with her.
You know, that's the thing. Like you need to be like, hey, and you are a non-entity in their situation. Yes, you and Al are friends, Darren, but you're a non-entity in their situation. So you can say, hey, I was in an on and off relationship with this person for over 6 years, and I am not interested in being connected and or knowing. Yes. What happened?
I got a question though, because the letter says that him and his ex had a situationship, right?
On and off for 6 years.
So that's why I guess I'm not thinking it was bad because after the relationship, they had a situationship. Is that right?
No. He was calling the relationship a situationship.
Okay.
Yeah, he was calling the relationship a situation because they were on and off for 6 years.
Okay, because I guess I was confused because he said me and my ex had a situationship. So I don't know if I would call my situationship an ex.
But for 6 years,
now you know how
y'all were on, y'all were off, y'all were on, y'all were off for 6 years, and then you decided to break it off in 2017, the early part of 2017, because you're just tired of going back and forth.
I don't know if I would call that my ex though.
But you got to realize though, you know how the gays are. Just talking in somebody's DM, they think they go together. So you don't know how this person. Wait, hold on. Did I tell a lie?
I mean,
just drinking to that.
Because there's a lot of situations going on out here in these streets where they're like, "Oh, we used to talk." What does talk mean? What does go together mean? Just because y'all didn't bump pussies every once in a while does not mean y'all had a relationship. Like that's. It doesn't. I'm just being honest.
You know, I am like. I mean, I may have had a lot of exes then at this point. I don't know.
That's what I'm talking about. Just because you had feelings for him and he didn't have those same feelings to give back to you does not make like it's not a relationship. So you don't know how they.
But I mean, he's using the word ex and situationship, so it's like.
So he's already confused. So
yeah.
So I'm gonna read the first sentence again, just so we're clear.
Okay.
So we understand. I was in a 6-year on and off situationship with a quote unquote ex, for lack of a better word.
Okay.
Throughout the relationship, we had many ups and downs and highs and lows until I broke it off in 2017.
Okay. I missed.
Okay. There we go. Okay. I still stand by everything I said.
Well, but you're right based off what he just read. So you're right.
Yeah. Okay.
So you want to go to some of these comments?
Oh Lord. I forgot about the comments.
These comments are killing me. So Mark said that he would end the friendship.
Okay.
Just end it.
Yeah.
He doesn't know nothing about the sex being whacked.
Right. He wasn't. He didn't have intel that we didn't know. Would you let your ex borrow money from you, SoDebNair? Would you let your ex?
Let's not even go with. He got a different type of situation.
Our situation is way different.
That's some fairy tale.
All right now, get some money. So that's not.
I mean, his OnlyFans.
I agree with what was said. I agree. First of all, what's up? What was said? We've missed you. The community is so small. You're bound to run into a situation with an ex that might date a friend. Which
true.
That is also going to lend itself. I'm going to remember your comment because we have another situation in the comment and the questions that we have coming up that is similar to this. So I will add that to that comment later. Rainier said they may have had a bad ending to the situation, or maybe he just didn't want to be bothered with him with anything related to his ex, which is totally understandable. You're just like, that season is done. I'm done with that. I don't want anything to have to do with your ex. Because that would be the same kind of equivalent if your ex came back around, Aaron, and was just like, I want to be present in your life, even though I'm in whatever situation I'm in. I don't think, would you agree to that?
I mean, we're not having sex. Like, there's no romantic anything going on. So, I mean, that to me, it would have, I mean, we kind of are like that right now. Like, we talk on the phone all the time. It's not that kind of situation. So that's what I'm saying. For me, it wouldn't really bother me because I don't have any romantic feelings towards him anymore. He's like a friend to me at this point. Like, there's no possibilities that anything would happen besides that.
So let me ask it this way though: if I don't, and forgive me, I don't remember his current dude's name.
Well, we don't have to mention anything.
Okay, so if you and his current dude were friends, like if you were in this scenario, so you were the guy in the situationship, you ended it in 2017. You and his ex became, I mean, you and his current dude, like his current dude is Al. Y'all were friends, and now how would you handle that situation?
In this present space, I probably still wouldn't. Well, because he's saying that this is like a new friend that he met. They didn't know each other around the same time. I probably wouldn't care. But this kind of actually really happened with us.
Yeah, I know.
So, I mean, I was like, but I got to go. Like, I can't be involved in it. I don't want to because one, I had already like expressed the stuff that me and him went through to this guy. So that situation was different for me.
That's true.
I mean, if this is like two different, like we weren't around each other at the same time, like to me, if I don't have any emotional attachment besides a friendship, like it wouldn't really bother me.
Yeah.
Okay. But it would not be to the point where like they're hanging around and stuff. I don't know. I don't even know if that. I may be cool with that. I really don't care. I'm like romantically, I'm cut off at this point.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go to Mr. Garcia. I agree with the guy in the middle. If it must be that way, I'm assuming you meant if instead of. If it must be that way, then I'm removing myself from the equation and I don't want anything to do with it. However, the idea of dating your friend's ex is weird. I don't care your relationship was solid or on and off.
He didn't know though.
He has no idea.
Yeah, he didn't know.
Al
did not know.
Has no idea that the person that he's currently seeing is Darren's ex. Unless Darren has not shared with us that he shared that information with Al. That makes that's a horse of a different color.
I really think Darren should voice his concerns and let him know like this was a previous relationship of mine.
I agree.
This is why we can't really be as close as we've been because I just don't want that energy around me.
But I mean, and that's the thing. It's a conversation piece because let's say this happened to us. Like, if that happened, like, and you didn't know, and that happened, like, well, I mean, let's say that I would be wanting to kind of know, like, what's going on that you don't even want to be around this person. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you don't have to.
It may not be your place. I think we talked about this before on one of the lives we had. Like, you may not feel like it's your place to tell me, what happened or give me advice on that situation. But if you're my friend and I'm meeting a new guy, for me personally, it's going to draw red flags for me. Like, well, maybe this is not something I need to date because this person ain't want to be around this person. Like, there's something that's not really happening here. So I'm going to need to start asking some questions to you and Al and an ex or whoever's names is what. Somebody need to tell me something.
For Darren, like you don't have to go into detail as far as what went down in your relationship because that's your experience. Because you don't know what Al and the ex, you don't know what their experience is going to be like.
But what if he's out like murdering people or something? Like, I'm gonna have questions. Like, I need to know why you don't want to be around this person.
I think people just need to take it at face value.
People going to people's houses, robbing. Like, I need some answers.
Like, why do you need that though?
Because we were friends before I knew your ex, and then you found out that like it's getting serious with us. You don't want to be around him. There's a reason why it's to that part where you just can't be around him. So to me, automatically, because I'm a Virgo, if I overthink it, I'm like, this nigga running around like robbing niggas or something. Like, I need to know why you don't want to be around him, because I need this to make sense. And if it's just like, this was a bad relationship, it was nothing, that serious. Like, if it was just that simple, like, just tell me that, and I'm gonna ask him too. And even if it don't match, but it still kind of makes sense to me, I'm fine with it. But I want to know if you can't be around him, it could be anything to the point where it just could be detrimental to me in my personal space. So I need to know why you just can't be around this person.
Fair.
I think that's understandable to a degree. Only, but for the sake of Darren, is he willing to explain that whole situation?
That's it right there.
Will he give that information to the dude? And I think it goes back to I think what was said. Left a comment earlier about the community being small, and this has always been my stance. Now, it has been amended a little bit, but I think my stance has always been if I have a friend that was not aware of me dating somebody when I first moved to like Atlanta, for just hypothetically speaking, if I first moved to Atlanta, when you first move somewhere, you want to get your feelers out, you want to see, you want to get the vibe, you want to see who's dating who, you run into somebody, y'all, are in love, for lack of a better term, y'all, it's cute, it's whatever, it ends for whatever reason. 3-4 years down the line, you have made this group of friends, and now this friend is like, hey, I'm dating this person. Well, yeah, you can say, okay, that's my ex, but at the end of the day, whatever transpires between the two of them is their business, and you don't really have a right and or say, because that was years ago.
I agree.
You don't really have a right or say I can tell you my experience with him, but at the end of the day, my experience with that person is not good. It may not be your experience unless they're doing the same, fuckboy shit that they was doing. If that was the scenario, if I was wrong, he was a fuckboy, whatever the case is, I'm just giving you an example. But it just, you just don't have that. You don't have that right.
I guess because how friendships are to me. Like, friendships mean a lot to me. So like, if you're willing to X out of my life because I'm dating your ex, like, something's really wrong here for me. Like, that our friendship can't stand this, and I didn't know y'all's relationship prior to this, like something. And even if it was something where it was like, well, can we still be friends, but I just don't bring him around like that, I would be fine with that. But like, if it's to the point like this man is disgusting to the point you can't be around him, I would just have some questions for both of them. Now it's up to them whether it's up to my friend to answer that, because I honestly, at the end of the day, it's not his responsibility. It is my new partner's responsibility to answer it. But as a friend, I guess I would just answer it because I would want to know, like, as a safety precaution from my friend, like, hey, if it was just like, he cheated on me, or, just some little simple stuff, we just didn't get along like that, I would understand not telling me that. But if he was at home beating me every night or something like that, like, I would want to know that.
Okay. But I understand for the well-being.
If it's something detrimental to my life, I would want to know from my friend.
But most cases and scenarios and situations are not detrimental to you.
Right. That's what I get that, but I'm just saying, to me, again, I'm a Virgo. I'm going to overthink it because I'm like, damn, you don't be around him like that. Like, something is wrong. Like, I want to know. And then, like I said, you don't have to tell me anything. I'm going to ask him and find out, and I'm gonna have to go off of what he told me.
Yeah. Easy.
Me, I'm gonna investigate.
Look, I've had the situation of, and not even just exes or anything like that, but I just had this kind of the same scenario, even with just friends. Like, I don't fuck with her no more. I don't fuck with him no more. Mm-hmm. So don't bring them around here. Don't, like, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. Keep my name out y'all mouths. and don't bring them in my space. Period. Whatever you guys do. Like I've honestly, even with my best friend Meech, I've had some falling outs with individuals that we both have friends with, and I told him, I was like, I don't care if you're still friends with them, but just respect me as an individual. Like, do not talk about me, and don't bring them around my space. And I'm gonna let you figure it out on your own. He ended up figuring it out on his own. So, so they're like, there's some people that just, I'm not gonna sit here and plead a case with you. I've never been that person. Don't date him. Don't be friends with him. No, you figure that out on your own. I'm just telling you, my experiences were negative. And the moment I realized it was negative, I got up out of it. I got out. So.
Okay. Let's go to some more of the comments. Luce says, are they really friends? I feel like ending a friendship is kind of immature. Communication matters.
Hold on.
He also says, they broke up in 2017 and he got a new boo in 2017. Nope, that was a misunderstanding. He got a new boo in 2020. So he broke it off in 2017 with the situationship. And now he's in a new relationship in 2020.
They've been together for 3 years.
And they've been together for 3 years. So I guess so.
Yeah.
Right.
But see, the thing about that, look, X probably wasn't ready to commit to something. That's
why that going on for 6 years. The situationship was confusing to me.
But
because
he said something before. The gentleman who just left that comment, what was the previous comment he left?
Luce?
Yes.
Said, are they really friends? If they I feel like ending a friendship is kind of immature. Communication matters.
Not necessarily immature. This is my thing. If the relationship was that bad, like I said, we don't know the details, but if the relationship was that bad and you realize like this new friend, Al, you see a good friendship in him, but if you guys are building something and you see it's going to be something, like it's not going to be a relationship where Al can't bring the X around, because like we are getting closer day by day. Like I'm enjoying the friendship. I'm enjoying going out to brunch with you. I'm enjoying having one-on-one conversations. I'm enjoying having you in my house. Our relationship is building, just like his relationship with the X is building. So eventually, you guys are going to cross paths. You cannot just keep him to the side forever and a day.
I guess I really wish that the terms of their relationship was more established, because I feel like we are more invested into than he was invested into that. Because it's like he's calling him an ex, and this was a situation, or for better lack of words, an ex. But this is really a situationship. This is like a fuck buddy, basically. So it really wasn't that serious.
Well, let's be clear. The reason I read the first sentence
right
over again,
that's what I'm saying,
was because this was a 6-year on and off situation.
In other words, it was a situationship, and you should have left it there. This is not an ex.
Look, we already discussed the terms of that first sentence.
No, I'm saying that, but I think that's why we're even talking about this, because otherwise, I mean, who's sitting around? First of all, I don't give a damn who's dating my people I had sex with. Like, who cares? It was on and off for years. It was a fuck buddy. Like y'all weren't even invested in that.
Hold on. A show of hands. A show of hands. And be real with me.
We got a lot of comments.
How many of us have been in a situationship where we put more into it than the other nigga?
Whose fault was that?
No, I'm not saying whose fault it is. I'm just being real. How many of us have been in a situationship? And those of you who are watching, think to yourself, if you've been in a situationship where you put more into that situationship than the other person did, raise a hand.
I have shit. I mailed it down on the podcast about it once. So
exactly. So we've all been there. We've all been led on thinking that this is gonna pay off. This is gonna be something. This is gonna be the relationship that I'm just waiting on him to get his shit together. We've all been there. This is his turn. Next question.
Ciao. Somebody has an amen hand, so you got a witness.
Yeah, because I like these are not new situations.
That's still irresponsible. Like at the end of the day, because it wasn't a relationship. You fell in love with somebody you were trying to build something with, who wasn't trying to build nothing with you, because otherwise you wouldn't be calling it a situationship. You would be calling it your relationship.
I just feel like we have all been in those shoes.
We all have been.
Exactly. So you can't say that he's just. Granted, he should have been wiser, but these are learning experiences for all of us because we've all been in those shoes.
Let's go to the comment. Luce says again, I feel like he needs to get over himself. If he's moved on, it shouldn't influence how he approaches his relationship with someone else or someone he calls a friend. It was toxic dick. Keep it pushing.
Basically.
No.
That's for real. That's true.
I'm gonna shut my mouth.
I honestly, I'm gonna have to agree with Luce there. The situation, here's the thing. You were in a 6-year on and off, high, low, up, down situation with a dude.
Y'all were serious.
And in the 6 years, y'all couldn't get it together enough to make it a legitimate relationship. So that's problematic in itself.
We all have ate McDonald's and we know it's bad for us. Like it's still the same thing. Like you knew this was for 6 years. You sat in that and you want to say for a better lack of words than ex. You knew this wasn't an ex. This was a fuck buddy that you wanted to have more with, and he didn't have it. You're probably mad that that the other guy has a possibility of having a relationship with this guy, and that's why you want to end the relationship. That's what it is.
That's good, friend. That's good. I'm sorry. You need the horns on that one. That was good. That's good because now, I don't think I looked at it from that perspective. Now that there's jealousy possibly brewing in you because Al has the potential of being in a relationship with somebody that you could not get your shit together with, whether it was your fault or his fault. Whether it was your fault or his fault. Whether it was your fault or his fault, y'all couldn't get it together in 6 years. So now your friend, your platonic friend that has come along in your relationship has the potential to have what you had with somebody else that you could not get it together. And you've settled, maybe you didn't settle. You've settled or you didn't settle for a relationship with somebody who has given you what you wanted.
And that's on what? Mary Had a
Little Lamb. Ooh-wee. Well, Darren, we wish you the best of luck in your situation. I'm so glad that you were able to write into us and allow us to have to deliberate your situation for you. Best of luck to you. You make the decision and you decide what you want to do with Al.
Drop Al.
Drop him. That's it. That's the answer. Drop him. It's a unanimous vote. Besides Dwayne, drop him. We don't want you. You don't want you. You don't want
Al is a friend. But you know what? I'll say it this way. Drop Al as a friend if you can't handle the fact that Al is in your shoes where you want to be. If that's gonna eat at you alive, if that's gonna bother you for the sake of your friendship, then you need to leave Al alone and let Al experience his relationship with the person that you couldn't get it together with in 6 years. Period.
Why'd you waste 6 years? Never mind. Go ahead.
So let me throw in these comments real quick before we go to the next topic. Shit happens, adjust and move on. Luce said, that's it. There it is.
That's Anthony Anderson right there.
Is that Anthony Anderson?
Yes, yeah.
Well, hello, Anthony. We were just talking about you. Rainier says, good point. That's perfect. Cedric says that's it, period. Jealous spirit.
On this podcast, and that's that on that.
That is that on that, honey. He's reaping the benefits of your good work. Ooh.
I can relate to that.
Because you know what, Luce? Yes, because honest to God, you're not gonna bring that nigga up in my house and sit at my table, and he gonna act like a gentleman because I taught him how to.
Ooh, that's a deep one. That's deep. You better drink that tea, friend. Yes, because
look, at the end of the day, protect your own self.
Yeah.
That means your mental and all that. Like, you're not about to sit up here.
You are responsible for what comes into your atmosphere.
Exactly.
You're responsible for that. Whatever goes in your ear gates, your eye gates, you are responsible for what enters into your space. So, say it like it is.
Ooh.
Deal with it. Oh.
Van Zandt said, if any of y'all do this, you have your work.
Okay. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. You're gonna hate me after this, and that's fine.
I'm okay with that.
And I'm okay with that. All right, let's go into our relationship topics. That was just a letter from a friend. If you have a letter you want to write in, make sure you hit us up on Instagram, or you can hit us up at theaffairsoftheheartpodcast.com.
Actually, you cannot. Hit us up on SoDebNair.com because I have to change that domain.
All right. SoDebNair did not tell me that, so I'm giving out false information. I apologize.
People kept saying that was too long, so I'm about to change it to AOTHPodcast.com. But right now, SoDebNair.com.
All right. So SoDebNair.com. Hit us up with a letter if you want us to talk about or deliberate your situation. You can be anonymous, or you can be like Darren Young and decide to share your name about what you want us to talk about.
And I hope that helped. I hope that helped him. So
yes, Darren, we really do hope that has helped you truly. People are saying, atmospheres are controlled by you. Absolutely, they are. Damien, good to see you, Damien, by the way. Big fan of the show. He's always here. Neither one of them should cross my threshold.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you so much. Moving on to the relationship topics for the night. Let's see what we got. First topic of the night. Would you still date your mate after you find out that they have been with several of your friends? Now, this
child, we just did this.
Coincides with what we just talked about.
About one, so shit. Two, more than one, hell no.
Would you still date the person that you're interested in if you have found out that they have dated several of your friends? Let's go. I mean, just one answer, yes, no, and we'll move on. Yes. Okay, easy yes.
I don't know.
Aaron says, I don't know.
Because it didn't work for them. I don't know if it's gonna work for me.
Friends that they have dated.
Huh?
It depends on what friends they have dated.
I'm not blocking no blessings.
Ooh.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Several though, Renee says several.
Several sounds like 20 to me.
I just feel like you gotta look at it differently, especially with these days going on. Everybody got OnlyFans. Everybody popping pussy for the gram. Look, I can't. If you're willing to stop that when you get with me, and you just happen to have some, like those are just good nuts. Like if you just have some, like I can't. I'm not about to do that.
Luce said it's called community property.
If you're willing to turn it around when you get with me, I'm willing to give it a try.
Wait a minute now. We got somebody on easy side. Don't block your blessings. Just because it didn't work for you doesn't mean it won't work for me.
Yes, exactly. Like we can't be like
WBC3. If me and you are friends, you are more than welcome to have them. I just want to be dating yours.
This goes back. Honestly, this goes back to the comment that what was said earlier in regards to the fact that the community is small. I am always mortified by the people that have the mentality that they want to meet somebody that nobody's ever been with, that nobody's ever met, that nobody's ever seen, that nobody like that. That's
not going to happen.
Realistically, that doesn't exist.
That wasn't the question. The question was several of my friends.
But that's my point, though. But that's my point.
How many is several? First of all,
several. So, but my thing is, if you're single,
you're thinking of when you're thinking of several.
If
several is more than three.
If you're single,
you're on the fence.
Single, your friends are single, and all y'all on Jack, Grindr, Adam for Adam, BG, like if all of y'all are doing the same exact thing, how can you be mad at them?
Well, because everybody's not on those apps dating. One.
I didn't say dating.
But it says you. That's what the question is. You
dating. No, it says if they've been with.
Would you? Okay, so let's reset the question. Would you still date your mate after you found out that they have been with several of your friends?
Now, this is how I see this question. He said, "Would you still date?" So that means we're on a different level than the other ones were. Been with. I look at been with as it was just sexual experiences. Those were not just on the belt.
I can ride with that.
Like those aren't the same things. So if we're dating, like we having dinner, we chucking it up, we walking around holding hands, we going to see each other's families and shit.
But the only thing is,
with them.
The only thing is, don't be that boy who just wrote this letter and trying to figure out if we can still be friends or not after that.
Look, some of us are mature enough to have those conversations and be okay with it. Some of us are not. Darren is not okay with that. We've already got that out the pit. Darren is not okay with that, and that's cool. That's you. You, like I said, protect you and your feelings. But if you're okay with that, I'm not blocking my motherfucking blessings, nigga. You had your chance with it.
True.
I'm
agreeing with you guys on this. I'm agreeing with you guys on this one.
Rainier said, "Was I there when they did it?"
Boom. That got nothing to do with me.
I thought they were saying that they have dated, but you guys are right. I'm wrong. You're right.
Nobody's right or wrong. I mean,
for me, I'm talking for me in my house.
I have been waiting. I've been waiting for Aaron to say, "And for me in my house." I've been waiting.
I will tell you this. My best friend Meech, everyone knows, like, that's my bestie right there, ride or die. We literally, I remember one night when we were just getting to know each other. Like, it was the beginning stages of our friendship. And we just happened to have a casual conversation. We had just gotten in from the club. We had got some, I'm not even gonna read that right now because I don't even know what it's
real quick, Anthony said, "I don't share my underwear with my friends either, so hell no."
Anywho, I was like, we had just gotten in from the club. We got some Chinese. We sit in my place. We drinking, going over the night, and we realized that we had gotten the same number from the same guy.
Mm.
And then as we were talking, we realized that our paths have crossed several times before, and we literally sat up that whole entire night. And he could testify to this. We were comparing messages. We realized that we talked to a lot of the same motherfuckers. They were giving us the same damn lines. It was like copy and paste all up and through our DMs. Like, and we honestly, the way we, I hope this doesn't backfire on me, but the way we decided it was, are you really invested in that? Because we cut communications off with them. That's like, if there was somebody that I was more connected with than he was, I got it. Meech cut it off. If there was somebody that he was more connected with, he got it. I cut it off. Like, that was our friend. Like, literally, we had that right there just solidified. I was like, oh, I'm going to be in this nigga's life for a minute. Like, me and Meech will be cool. Like, it was just a real honest to God conversation. We communicated about things, and we've never had to, it doesn't bother us. Like, you're going to cross paths with somebody. It just is what it is.
Yeah, me and my best friend, we got in the same relationship. Like, we used to go out together all the time. The same people would try to talk to us. So, like, we literally had to do that. We would be like, hey, I met this person. Do you know who this person is? Like, literally, we had to do that all the time. So I understand that.
All right.
I knew who he dated, so that wasn't like a thing. So yeah, I get you.
All right. By the way, WBC3 is forever evolving. Whom is a friend of the show. He's always here supporting us, and we love all of his content, especially on Snapchat. But we're not gonna talk about that.
Is that his Snapchat name?
I think so. Maybe.
Oh, wait a minute.
Lucian says, "It ain't even that small. Several is a strong word." You probably talked to someone that has dated or fucked several of your friends. You just don't know.
You just don't even know.
I don't think I've talked to someone who's dated several of my friends, but probably fucked them, yes. Or had sex with them, period, yeah.
And Anthony is correct. I was wrong. Several is more than 10. Okay, fine.
And that's why I'm thinking this is too much in dating, but that's fine.
Several is more than 4 or 5. Thank you, Rainier.
4 or 5 is still a lot.
Look at here. You know your friends. You know your circle. You know how they get down.
Because y'all all doing the same thing and y'all doing it together.
So if you got a couple hoes in your circle, do not be surprised. I'm just putting it out there.
First of all,
I got one in my circle.
Who my friends date is off limits to me. Like, this is my personal thing. I just don't do it. Like, if it's a sex thing, we have a conversation. We're fine. But if they date them for long period of time, that's different.
So JP says, "Hey JP." JP says it's dating, not a relationship.
Okay.
Okay. You've been with before is none of my business.
Yeah.
Right. I agree with that.
Anthony says, "Well, let's be honest. There are questions about you and Meech, Eric. So that example."
Should we dive into this?
Okay. I'm gonna put it out there right now. Like, there have always been questions about me and Meech because people have never understood the fact that we were so close. Yeah. A lot of people, especially with, and I'm just speaking for the DMV. There's a lot of friends that I know who are best friends who have gotten with each other. That just has not been Meech and I's story. That's not our testimony. We have never been sexual. We've never been intimate. That's just not us. And I know some people who have, and if you've been with your best friend, cool. That's just not our situation.
Well, I've had that story with my best friend, so we never ever had sex.
Yeah, like I said, I've heard, I've seen, I remember having a conversation with two friends who are best friends, and they were like, one night I guess one of them wanted some, and it had been a minute, and then they was like, I mean, what's your best friend? Like, that's my best friend. Why wouldn't I help him? I'm like, what?
Me and my best friend, we have done so much stuff like around each other, but we've never ever sexually had done anything.
We ain't done nothing around each other. Like, it ain't happening. That's and like I said, there are plenty of people out there. If you do it, I'm not yucking your yum. Do what you do. Right. I'm just saying it's just not in my testimony.
But I think that you know your friendships. Like, people know that. I need not to know.
Rainier,
this is why you're on the show.
This is why we need Rainier on the show.
We here.
Dating versus been with. Pound community.
Or the streets.
Ooh, community. First of all, you just showed your age, Dwayne. You said pound community.
Hashtag. You ain't down with star 69.
He said pound community.
I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. It's the drink. After I get a good drink in me, it ain't no telling what. Listen, forever evolving. We're not going to talk about Snapchat. And if we're all versed, as happy as the world would be, it would definitely happen.
Absolutely, that's true.
Easy does not agree with it.
No, he's saying that we would experience that more often.
Anthony.
Oh,
you want to take this?
You gotta watch the show. I didn't say no names, and let me just say I didn't say no names. No one heard a name come out my mouth.
Neither did I.
What's the next question? I'm not doing this.
Let's go to the next relationship question. Was dating easier before or after social media? Was dating easier before or after social media? That pound comment. I'm sorry. I really did wear myself out. I'm so sorry.
It was when you said it, I was like, pound. Ooh, wait a minute.
I didn't know what you was talking about.
See, that shows his age because he doesn't even know what it was referred to at one point in time. It was pound before it was hashtag.
I thought it was, it was pound. You're right.
Oh, I'm 34 and yeah.
I'm older than you, but I still didn't remember it.
I grew up in the country too. Like, the country is dated like 5 years. Like, the country is dated like a good 5 years.
How is that?
But you go, Aaron.
I wasn't around before social media, so I don't really know.
What?
What?
Not to date.
Oh my gosh!
I didn't start dating until I got in like high school. We had Black Planet at that time, so I mean, I was around so I started dating around social media time.
I met my first boyfriend the old-fashioned way, in front of the club. Just
while I was in church.
That too. I met a couple people in church. Yes.
Yeah. I initially met my ex on social media, but we didn't talk until I seen it like in person. So, but I mean, I didn't even realize I was the same person.
A lot of people that think that dating before social media was a lot easier. Damien says he met his husband on Facebook.
Oh yes, husband.
So
he did, and he long distance dated. He moved, and they've been together for a long periodic amount of time. So
I love it.
They have.
Make sure you know long distance relationships work.
Easier
social media.
Easier before social media. People like me can investigate more easily, and now because of social media. Anthony says social media ruins relationships.
I don't think that social media ruins relationships. I think that people think that they do only because people are so invested in social media that they cannot take themselves out of that. A lot of times, like, let's take me for an example. On my Twitter page, I post any fucking thing. I just got into a whole fucking scandal on Twitter the other day, which I mean, I really didn't give a damn about it. I'm gonna tell y'all why y'all know this is true. Even when we did our last live, IQ said that I always post stuff on social media, and I leave it, and I come back and I find out what people said. I do it all the time. It doesn't bother me. One, I'm a Virgo, so it takes a lot for people to come get into my skin or whatever. The only reason why I even knew that it was going on was because Dwayne texted like, "You need to talk about this, friend." I'm like, "Talk about what?" And so when I seen it, I was like, "Let me Google a dick with some STD on it," and that's what it was. It wasn't nothing serious, and honestly, it was something that was just kind of really simple, but people just really took it farther than what it was. But if you know me, if you follow me on social media, you know that. Even IQ said that when he was on here last time. I post and I get off. I raise a lot of shit on social media, especially on Twitter, and I get off of it. That's how my Twitter following has grown. So that's why I'm on All About the Tea. That's why I have the podcast and my Twitter following is over 10,000. That's why a lot of my social media stuff does that, because I just know the power of social media, period. But I just don't think social media, you can always take it serious from a person because you don't know what field of work they're in and you don't know what they're trying to portray on social media. For me, it's work purposes and that's it. So you can't always take social media as the individual that you're meeting.
I agree with you 100% because I can put anything on social media and you can believe it.
Yeah,
I can put anything. Social media, and that's to Anthony's comment about social media ruining relationships. It ruins relationships if you allow it to.
Well, you know why they say that is because when people are in relationships and they show their relationships on social media, they show all the good stuff.
But that's what I'm saying. You put that out there for people to see. So you will never, Dwayne Queen, you will never know what's going on in my relationship because that social media is not the place for me to post that. Period. That's just my stance. And when I am in a relationship with somebody, I make that very clear. I'm not hiding you. I'm not trying to not let everybody know that I'm in a relationship. It's on the contrary. I'm protecting you because it's nobody's business. I will post highlights. I'll post things that matter specifically. But at the end of the day, this is our relationship, not our and my 5,000, 6,000 followers on social media's relationship. That's not how this works.
And that's your choice. And I feel like people need to understand that. I feel like also, like, for me, people have to realize when social media had first started coming out, when I started getting into media stuff. So for me, I know how to post, walk away, and then come back and see what people said. Most of them never had nothing to do with me, but a lot of times it's for the podcast to see what people think about a topic that I want to talk about or something I've seen somewhere. So it's like, I would never take someone else's social media serious like that because I never really post a lot of serious stuff, especially on Twitter, serious stuff about me on there. Like, I just don't do it. But, Twitter is like, it's a rabbit hole. Like, once they get a hold of it, it just goes down, 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 down. But guess what? The funny part about it is you can post something the next day, people will not give a fuck about it. And because I've been on Twitter since like 2007 or 8, I already knew that. So like it just didn't really bother me. And so yeah, like when you called me, when you text me, I was like, what are you talking about? I was really like, I had no idea what you were talking about. And so when I seen it, I was like, I laughed and I was like, okay, let me Google some shit real quick and find out what this is. And I mean, that's what it was. People were like, oh no, you already went down the rabbit hole. I'm like, girl, you're never going to post on my timeline after today. It doesn't even really matter. Like, you just have to know the power of your social media. You have to know the strength of your relationship, because you can't say that social media is going to destroy your relationship, because you can say that about going to social gatherings or anything. Like, you and your partner are in control of your relationship, not social media. And if your partner can get on social media and do the same thing, can get on social media and cheat on you, they can do that when they go to work, when they go to school, when they go to the bathroom, when they go to do the hanky-panky and do the hokey pokey, turn stuff around. It's the same thing. You cannot blame social media because your relationship didn't work. It just don't work like that. But maybe worldwide on social media, but they're going to cheat on you with somebody in town before cheating on somebody out of town.
Anthony says that social media helps people create falsities that they can't live up to in person, but that's their responsibility. You've created it. You can't live up to it in person. That's your business. If you flash in Louis Vuitton and all of these labels and bullshit, and you look like, the flea market in person, that's your business. You did that. That's your responsibility. But
why are you looking for those things that they are putting out there? That's surface though.
But at the end of the day, you should take all social media posts to surface.
No, I'm saying, but like if you're going to social media looking for somebody who's posting them in all these labels and these nice houses and cars, but you want something serious, but then you saying you want something serious, why does that stuff even matter?
It shouldn't. Wesley says, before social media, meet at school, gas stations, or the club, the good old days, baby.
Or on the corner. At the corner store. I've done all this stuff before. So
let me tell you something, and I'm gonna say this publicly, because this particular person that is in the comments is one of my soulmates, and we talked about soulmates in particular.
We talked about this person.
We've talked about this person, but one of these persons, I'm not gonna say their name because I'm gonna protect them. However, that's one of my soulmates I met in the parking lot of the club, and they are still around today. That's just, that's just how it used to happen. And that's how it was more genuine. I wasn't trying to be nothing. I wasn't trying to be more than what I actually was. You were attracted to what you saw, not what you thought you saw on social media. MB says, I don't think that social media is bad for dating. It's 2021. How people meet is going to continue to evolve as the years go on. I get tired of some people looking down on meeting people online or through social media. Let's be very clear. We're not looking down on people that are meeting people on social media. Some people in our comments are, but we're not. We're just saying that the good old days were the good old days where you saw a person that was shaking their ass in the club and you were attracted to it and you walked up to them and you talked to them, or you saw them
on social media. They shaking their ass on social media and you inbox them. It's the same thing. It's no different.
you doing a silhouette.
Let me tell you the perfect example. We have just lived through the silhouette challenge.
I can't.
We have lived through the silhouette challenge. We have seen so many great.
The busted challenge.
And since this last 2 weeks.
What is it? The cute face and the big bang? That challenge? What challenge was that?
It's so many great. It's the same thing that goes on in the club. But guess what? You don't have to be in your own city to see it now. You can see it in everywhere in the world. You can see it. So why not shoot your shot if you want to shoot it? Because the same people doing the same stuff in the club, it's no difference.
Damien says social media can only ruin it when you let it ruin it. Utilize it in the wrong way. Yeah, that's usually what happens. Wesley says, hey, what's up, Wes? Wesley says people send their representatives via social media, not their true authentic selves.
They send a representative to the club too.
You start posting and tagging who you're with, and niggas from 95 will come out of trying to spin the narrative like y'all are just together. Listen.
That's true.
That's because y'all just had a conversation. Like I said, the gays will manipulate a relationship.
I love it. David says, if people don't try to live their lives like reality or fake TV stars, they wouldn't have any issues. Now,
That's true.
That's true. Anthony says, I'm gonna date someone blind who has to rely on me only.
Well, that's not true because they can still hear.
Hearing what?
And they can still read in Braille.
I'm about to say, because Stevie Wonder, he got a number of kids.
That's what here with the Housewives of Atlanta is saying.
He got a number of kids, and I just watched Ray the other night, and Ray has a number of children.
Yeah, Ray knew how to fill your pulse to find out if he was horny or not. So
baby, he used to grab your ankle, he used to grab your wrist, and then feel up your arm, your forearm.
And I'm pretty sure that the last child that Stevie Wonder had, he had I think it was triplets.
Did he really?
Yes.
Stevie Wonder is fertile, honey. He's like the male Kiki Wyatt.
Don't do Kiki like that.
That's
we
my
love Kiki on the show. Let's be very clear. There was a scandal a couple of days ago. We love Kiki. She's to the show.
I had to shut down all about that's that. First of all, we're not gonna get there because Kiva is one of my really good friends.
Yes,
he was a good friend of mine too.
We're not gonna do.
Kiva is a friend of the show. We love you, Kiva. We will not talk about your sister on this show. That's not what we're doing. We're not.
I will not stand for any.
But she had really valid points. And that's the main thing. Black people may not want to hear, but she really had valid points. That's it. That's not our platform. We ain't doing that today. I just want to point that out.
We want to make it very clear. I wasn't referring to you all. I was just speaking in general. No, we know MB. We know that you weren't talking about us in general. Come through Big Bank. And there's a few people on this panel that actually all of us got big banks. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I love how both of y'all was like,
Let me tell you something. COVID has taught you how to have one. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
How to save. And it's taught you how to build. It's taught you how to build your own shit. And I think that a lot of people need to understand that and look into that.
Listen, I'm gonna say this in conjunction with what SoDebNair just said. If you miss the opportunity to start your own shit during 2020, you've missed it.
Amen.
You missed it. You've missed the opportunity, unfortunately, because that was the prime time and the prime space to do it. Goddamn a bear. I don't know what that means.
Something that I don't really talk about a lot on the podcast is about my website business. But when COVID hit, my website business started booming because Black people started building their own businesses. And that's just real talk.
Hello. All right. Let's go to the next topic real quick before we get into our sex topics. Guys, I know this is a long show, but it's our first show back.
We ain't been here in a long time.
And we just getting our legs back. We just getting comfortable.
You can take a bathroom break, but come on back.
You need
a snack and come on back.
Come on. First of all, did y'all watch that Wendy documentary?
Yes. So did you watch the movie and the documentary, or just the movie or the documentary?
Both.
So I felt like the movie was like her love story to Kevin, but the documentary, she shit on everybody. She didn't give a damn.
You said a love story.
It was a love story to Kevin. It was like, this is why I loved him. I was going to hunt him down. I'm going to spray paint on his new bitch's shit. But then she went to that documentary and she was like, fuck that bitch and that baby. And on my show, I'm going to do it every week until it comes out.
No, I will say this. Did you see? She did Wednesday. Wednesday, she talked about because they weren't there Monday and Tuesday because of snow in New York. But Wednesday, she talked about it and she really explained it. And you really got to go back and watch it. And
no, she said that
kind of clears up
when all that stuff started happening. Why she was so emotional during the documentary.
Yeah, I see why she maneuvers the way she maneuvers now, and how because in the beginning I was like, oh, she a little hung on there, but then think about it. You've been with a motherfucker for 23 years.
I think it was good for her and her son for the movie part.
Yeah.
So that her son didn't have to see her trash her husband and his father on a movie and on a documentary. You know what I'm saying? I think that was good for the family.
I don't think it was really trash if it's true.
Huh?
I don't think it's trash if it's true. And even for her son.
I think that her son needed to see that movie for himself to see, you know, Mom, I know you've been going through stuff, but this is why I understand that you really was in love with him. You did some stupid shit. You were just madly in love. People have.
Yeah.
I'm a witness.
Oh, but no. You're not gonna sit there and pull that madly in love when you just shitted on Darren.
Well, I agree with him a little bit. I agree with him.
But this is why you did it. This is why you stayed for so long, because you was in love. You just shitted on Darren.
So long.
I think so. Here's the thing: the movie was what the movie was for cinematic purposes, right? It was entertaining. It was great. It was a great timeline. I think the documentary itself added some validity to, while it seemed like we watched the same thing over again, watching the documentary, I was like, we just watched this in the movie. However, it added a personal touch to the understanding of why Wendy is who Wendy is and why the situations. Because here's the thing, and I said this to my roommate, when she, like, for example, when she passed out on her show for, you know, exhaustion or whatever she was dealing with, we had no idea that this other shit was going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You know, or then I remember that particular episode because my roommate watches Wendy Williams daily. He watches her, like, I mean, literally comes out, turns the TV on, DVRs Wendy. So he's watching it in real time or he's watching the DVR. So I hear it, you know, all day. And I think the reality about the documentary was more so or less to hear from her perspective about what actually happened in that time frame or those periods that we saw in the movie. And I think, you know, for her in particularly, while a lot of people's like, well, she's getting what she deserves because she talks about everybody else, but at the end of the day, she's a person as well. You know, she deals with what she's dealt with, and I think both were decent. I think they were both legitimate. You know,
well, you have to understand this: when it comes to being a broadcaster, you have to try to stand out at some point, somehow, right? So as she showed you her childhood, she told you that she wasn't really like the most wanted person to be around.
Mm-hmm.
So what she did was she started to create gossip around people, right? And so, like, even with the podcast, it's like, I always think about, like, what are people not doing? You know, we are very, like, out there, like, even with the titles of the podcast, even though it may be a small snippet of it, like, we talk about some stuff that people just don't really talk about. And so that's always my lane. It's like, you know, I want to do something no one else is doing. Whether we get the repercussions from it or not, like, I want to make sure that people are talking about the real things that are going on. So if people are out getting drugged up and getting gangbanged, I want to talk about that stuff because I feel like it's just something that doesn't get talked about in our community. Give me a second, Dwayne.
I was like, who?
Give me a second. I'm not talking about people personally. I'm saying, like, conversations about it because it happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to expose anybody, but I'm just saying I think that it's cool for us to say, hey, you know, this does happen. We don't have to expose anyone, but we know in this community these kind of things happen. And I think that a lot of people that I've learned, you know, since the podcast has started, they're like, well, I never knew that this goes on, or I've never heard about this thing. So, like, it's educational for people. I don't think Wendy was trying to be educational, but you also can put a spin on your own thing when you're in that kind of field. And so that's always been my thing when we started this podcast.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Let's shock the people, even though we don't have to expose people. Let's shock the people a little bit, you know.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Luce, what's going on? E, you all right?
You gotta fix your
You gotta fix your little pillow. You all right?
I had to adjust some cakes. That's all.
The cakes was a little sore. They had to get okay. Let's get.
We have a conversation about that.
About what? About what? What's the next topic? What's the next question? I'm not fooling with Pinky.
You have a big bank. We understand. Black Love, what's up? He says, I've watched both the movie and the documentary. It's very hard to fit everything in a 25-year career in a 2-hour show. Very, very true. Very true.
You know what I wish that she would have, that I missed, that I wish she would have done was explain the whole how you doing thing, even though we know what it was from. But I wish that would have been a part of the movie because it was like that's like a bigger part of her career.
But I mean, she's talked about it so much though. Like it's
Right.
It's
I mean, what if I'm having kids watching this that they love Wendy Williams? Like they don't know that. Like I just wish that would have been a part of the whole story.
You better Google the show.
That part. Black Love says, "Believe you me, she didn't put everything in the movie." Hint, hint.
Yeah.
We will.
She started spilling out stuff in interviews after that about her sleeping with Method Man, and then the wife said that she exposed her cancer. I mean, a lot of stuff coming out. So
first of all, Method Man and wife need to let it go. Like it ain't like that's something that happened recently. That happened before you, girl. Like,
but what's interesting?
Because the main reason why she was mad at her was because she exposed that she had cancer.
The wife?
Yeah, the Method Man's wife had cancer, and Wendy talked about that on the radio. That's why she's originally mad at her.
Okay.
But I think at the end of the day, I give her a certain amount of respect because there's nobody who did what she did and did it like how she did it. And then look at her now.
Yeah.
Like she literally carved out a lane.
Absolutely.
And drove down that motherfucker. And made it happen for herself and her I gotta give respect where respect is due. Like her husband is like no other.
Media, Wendy is like an idol for me because she just made a lane for herself that no one else made. And she didn't. She got beat up a lot of times. There was a lot that happened with her, but who she is, she earned every minute of that. So I can't really blame her for that. That's who she is, but guess it got her where she's at today. So
yeah. So there were a lot of points in her life where she could have given up, but she didn't. And like I said, I give her respect for what because it's not an easy life.
Yeah.
To live like that, but.
And that's why I respect Monica from All About the Tea because she doesn't even show who she is. And she learned that from Wendy Williams. She doesn't show her face or anything because she doesn't want people chasing her down and doing the stuff they did to Wendy Williams to her. So if you ever watch All About the Tea, we will be on there talking about things. But Monica, the stuff that Monica drops, she has insight on like behind the scenes stuff that. Like before, I think it was Orange County, when they were talking about Brownwind offering the little kids drugs and stuff. Monica dropped that weeks before that happened, but she doesn't show her face because she doesn't want people like trying to attack her or her family. So she's protecting herself. So I understand that.
All right.
Candace and the boss told me to.
Is it safe to go to the sex topics? Can we save our last relationship topic for next week since we've kind of threw in Wendy's topic? Are you guys cool with that?
Yeah, we good right now. We got at least 3 weeks of topics, so we good.
All right, so let's jump into our sex topics, and then really quickly, guys, for those of you that are still tuning in with us, we're gonna do something new at the end of the show. We're gonna give you the login to, the link to join us live. We want to hear your personal. We want to hear your personal thoughts. We want to hear your thoughts about the entire show. So for these comments that you're putting into the comment section, if you have a topic, if you want to go back to something that we talked about, and you want to share your thought personally, we're going to put the link in the comment section for you to link and join us live. To express your thought on something that we've covered in today's show. That's going to be a new segment coming up. So get ready. If you want to join us live, we'd love to see your face and we'd love to hear your thought behind something that we will pick you randomly. So don't be offended if we don't get you, but we're going to pick some people randomly to hear their thought and their ideas behind some of the stuff that we have already discussed and or talked about on the show. But let's jump right into our sex topics really quick. We'll take a couple of sex topics and then we'll get to that segment of the new segment of the show. First sex topic, tops. Are y'all letting bottoms prepare at your house or do they have to be ready when they get there? Tops, are you letting bottoms prepare at your house, or do they have to be ready when you get there?
Well, you got to answer this, Dwayne, before we do. So.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say it. Yeah. I wonder. It just depends on how. Like, if we are fuck buddies, if we've done this multiple, times, then I'm, you know my house, you know my layout, you've been there before, et cetera, then I'm okay with it. If it is somebody that I just met, I don't know if I'm 100% okay with you coming over and having to spend 30, 40 minutes in my bathroom, however long it takes for you to get ready. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know you like that. So I'm not 100% sure if that's okay. So I don't have that. Those are my answers. Either if I know you and we have built a rapport, you've been over here a couple of times, and you say, hey, I don't have time, I'm leaving the gym. Can I come by, and can I come by and get ready since we play in this situation? Let me do that. If not, take your time, do it at your house and keep it moving.
So can I ask, before Easy answers this, can I ask you this? So why is that bothersome to you? I mean, we may all understand this, but just asking, like, why would that be bothersome to you that they want to get ready at your house?
But again, the scenario that I gave, if I don't know you, I don't know you. You come and do what you got to do when you leave. Like I'm not.
Okay, can I give you a good scenario?
Sure.
You know how a lot of tops say I know my body bottoms.
I'm not one of those, but go ahead.
But no, you're not a bottom, so you wouldn't be at.
No. I'm not one of those tops that hate on the I know my body bottoms.
Oh, no, but I'm saying the I know my body bottoms. Let's say that they want to do that because they know their body. So they want to get prepared because they do want to give you a good experience. If they explain it to you, would you be okay with that? Like saying, I would rather do it at your house so that I don't have to wait for you to get here, or, plan out the time you get to my house or me getting to your house. Would that be okay for you?
I think it really goes back to, regardless of whatever explanation is given, I think it goes back to the fact that I don't know you.
Okay.
And you are in my house and you are taking a long periodically amount of time in the bathroom.
Okay.
And I'm like, that I think that, I don't know. Now, granted, again, if we build a rapport, you've come over a couple of times and then you decide, hey, I'm running. I want to come to you, but I gotta come to you to do what I gotta do. And I know you. I know your energy. I know you. What you're giving. Then I'm all for it. I'm not one to be like, no, you can't use my bathroom. Like that would be rude. But if it's a first meeting in the first chance situation, I don't know what kind of energy you're giving.
So what turns you off about that though?
I don't know you. Right? That's
like an intimate thing to be doing, and then to be doing it at someone else's house for the first time. Like I see what Dwayne is talking about.
Okay. I'm giving, and the reason why I think I sent you the link underneath this question because there was a lot of different responses. So I'm asking a lot of things that people were saying. There were a lot of different questions, which I was like, okay, maybe this may be okay. So I guess some people were like, well, if we're fucking, like, why does that mean like anything different to you? Like, why would that be an issue? Because if I think that it's better for me to get clean at your house, for you to have the best experience, why would you not respect that? Like, if I feel like me getting clean in my house and then traveling to your house, because you may live 30 minutes away or an hour away, I'm traveling to your house. I don't know how everything's going to move by the time I get there. If I say, hey, let me get clean to your house.
What?
I'm telling you what the people are saying.
No, I'm sorry. Wait, SoDebNair, I'm sorry. I'm reading because you did send me. So, guys, this is a Twitter topic that SoDebNair put on Twitter, and he sent me the link for some of the comments for some of his Twitter followers and what they were saying. One guy says, if they hear you shitting, like, how is it? Is that going to turn you off? Are you still going to be in the mood? Like,
what? That's what I'm talking about. Like, that don't make sense.
I mean, I guess for me, like, reading the comments, I kind of started understanding a little bit of it. And I mean, I guess if it's the safest way for me them to have an accident, not me, them to have an accident, like why would you not respect that? I guess. I mean, that's what I'm asking.
Okay, so let me ask this question to involve Easy in the conversation. Easy, would you go to a guy's house that you first met and prepare yourself?
Never.
No.
Never.
But his body might be different than somebody else's.
It sure enough is, because I don't even know.
But if someone's being honest and saying, hey, it may not be safe for me to drive an hour after I clean up to come to you, but we want to do it, like, can you respect that?
No.
Well, I'm not asking you, Easy.
Like, that means you don't like you should have some type of control. You should know something. I'm not saying you gotta know everything about your body, but you should know something. You telling me you can't handle a 20-30 minute drive?
These are the comments that came.
Because at the end of the day, if you
I'm just asking.
If you can't handle the 20-30 minute drive, that means you can't handle the 20-30 minute sex.
I don't know if I believe in that, but
you telling me you can't sit in the car and ride?
Well,
but yet you want to take a pounding?
I say so. I mean, if I know you're gonna be on the way, you're gonna be here 30 minutes. I'm gonna be cleaning in exactly 30 minutes. So, but that's not why I'm asking this. But I just know how I am. Like, if I know somebody's coming to my house, I'm gonna clean out, and I'm gonna be like, by the time you get here, I'm just getting out the shower. Only because I just like to be extra precautious. Honestly, I've never really had any issues with anything besides like when I first started buying them like years ago. But I mean, I've never had issues like that. But I guess for someone who may think they may have it or something like that, like I think them being considerate about the fact that, I don't know what today's gonna be like. I think that's considerate.
Let's go to some comments. Let's go to some comments.
Go to the comments.
Let's go to some comments. It says, listen, take your time and get it right. We're grown and we know how this works.
Absolutely.
Anthony says, no. You don't go number 2 at somebody's house. Jamie says, I want to know what bottom would want to prepare at someone else's house. I think most would not.
So can we stop here? I don't think most bottoms want to do that. I don't think that.
You're talking about the scenario. We're responding to the scenario.
No, listen, before reading the comments, some people do want to do this because they just want to make sure, like, they want to be extra precautious. These are for reading the comments in this questionnaire that I asked. So.
It sounds like they don't need to be having sex.
So I would venture to say this because I think I'm with Easy on this. If you prepare before you get to my house and you can't handle a 30-minute ride, then you didn't prepare.
Well,
wait. Let's stop because Easy took a big dick once at his first time, and he didn't have no accident. So we can't go off what Easy is saying. I'm just gonna go there right now.
Hold on, wait.
Shade.
I'm sorry. That was all shade. Because what does my first time got to do with this?
No shade. This is no shade.
That was all shade.
No, it's not. It's not shade. It's not shade.
Because how is that not? What does my first time? Now, I'm not mad. I'm just trying to figure out what does my first time have to do with this.
Hold on, wait. Please direct me.
I'm blind right now. Please make this fit together because I'm blind.
I'm trying to. Give me a second. Because you always keep saying that your friends are amazed that you did that. And I'm trying to tell you.
I am amazed that I did that, knowing what I know now.
Yes. And you didn't do nothing, right?
No.
That's what I'm saying. So everybody don't have that testimony.
That's true.
I know my body bottom, and they're saying, "Hey, I gotta drive an hour. Can I get rid of your house?" Why would that not be respectable? Like,
you driving hours?
One couldn't even know that. But I'm just saying, what if you had a didn't? If it would have been.
Sorry. Let's stop right there. Why are we driving hours to get dick? That's a whole nother situation.
More than an hour.
Aaron, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Huh? What?
Aaron.
That on the podcast.
Why are we? Why?
Wait.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm not looking at Dwayne. I'm not looking at Aaron. I'm looking right here at the people. Why are y'all driving hours to get dick? You're driving more to get something that you're not going to experience. The same length, like it don't make sense to me.
But easy, really, like realistically.
My friend Damien, he long distance dated, and he's not married to his husband.
That's different. They were together with that. So him getting ready at that house, they invested in something that turned out to be great.
But they weren't long distance fucking at that time. They eventually, they started dating. So I'm saying, like, you can't say don't judge people because they drove an hour to get sex and they want to get.
I'm not judging. I'm just curious about what's going on.
There are situations where people have driven hours to another state to get penis. So you just have to be. I mean, maybe they haven't found the right one in their city. I'm just saying. But Aaron, you are out the bag for that comment about.
Yes, completely out the bag. And he's standing up and he connect.
That took me out of here. I'm sorry.
That is apples and oranges.
He told us the whole story about how they were shocked about the dick that he took. I was shocked about the dick that he took.
I'm still shocked by the dick that I took.
And there was no action. I'm like, bitch, what is the secret? Because I would love to know how to take dick without having to do all the work that we got to do.
Water.
Let me just make it very clear. I've never.
But I'm sure there's a lot of people who bottom that would love to know the secret of that. Seriously.
I don't think. Well, my situation is completely different from other people's situations.
And know the secret of that. That's what I'm saying.
Because it's just like it's not coming to me like it may be coming to other people. Like if I know something's about to happen, I prepare myself. Like I'm not Uber eating Chipotle. It's going to be a water diet for the day. I'm like taking care of myself.
So I got the story was I felt like you just didn't know what was going to happen that day, and you got some dick. I didn't know that.
I don't have surprise. I don't do surprise.
No, that makes sense. We didn't know that. I didn't know that. Did you know that, Dwayne?
No.
There's nothing spontaneous going on. I'm not seeing anybody. I'm not dating anybody. I've never been in a relationship. When the sexual experience is coming my way, I know exactly when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, when they're like, I know everything about the occasion.
I'm talking about the story that you told us when the first time you had got some dick on the podcast. Yeah. You knew you were going to get dick that day?
No.
That's what I'm talking about. That's it. Like I'm saying, there's people who can't do what you did that day.
But also, I wasn't in the knowledge of what was going to happen. Like I still didn't. Like I didn't know exactly what to do. Like he literally coached me through everything.
That's all I'm saying.
Let's go to some of the comments. Jesus Christ.
Because he did not make it connect.
That is private for me. I'm doing it in my space. Unless we are in a relationship, then it doesn't matter to me.
Exactly.
Black Love says, regardless of what you want to do in the bathroom, you should always be prepared. I'm a top, but I like my ass eaten out, so I want to make sure I'm prepared. You should be prepared before you come over. Renier says, at least you know they're doing it, whether they're doing it at your house or doing it at their house. I mean,
some of them do it and still fuck up.
That some do, and yeah, you're absolutely right. Anthony says, I don't want to hear you shitting in my bathroom.
Well, get out the damn bathroom.
First of all, if he's in the bathroom, he's right there in the bedroom, like the.
Let me tell you something. I'm probably the only person I've done this with my husband, but I'm saying I've never done this with anyone. But I feel like if a top is cool with that, like, and a person feels like they need to do this at the house to be for sure they're not going to paint on you, why would you not let them do that if you really want to fuck them? It doesn't make sense to me.
It's just, but
it doesn't make sense that you're coming unprepared.
I think from my perspective,
I'm not saying even if they did prepare before they came to your house, but they feel safer doing it at your house. I mean, first of all, we all know this shit may happen, period. It's sex, it's butt sex. So it's a possibility. So on the safe side, the bottom is saying, hey, let me clean at your house. I mean, Aaron, use your words right. So they be farting on dicks and stuff all the time. So it's like, what is the real issue if they feel like on the safe side, hey, can I clean at your house? And I think for me, this is like a bottom shaming thing. Like, if I feel safer doing it here than in my house, why not? I mean, you're going in my butt.
But okay,
I think this is gonna you gotta agree to disagree.
I don't think this is not bottom shaming.
It's not.
I would not agree with you there, only because I'm not telling you that you can't get ready, but I'm telling you that I'm not comfortable with you doing it in my house if I don't know you. That is a major factor. If I don't know you, you're not coming over here to shit in my house. I don't know you
well enough to have sex with me.
Because you're coming in and you're coming out. How many houses have you come in and come out of?
You know me well enough. If I paint on you, this is not gonna be an issue.
No, if you paint on me, that means you didn't do what you were supposed to do well to begin with.
I may not mean that for them. That's what I'm saying. That's what I think that people don't understand.
How about this? When you get a new job, do you get dressed at the new job?
I have at my job in the bathroom sometimes. Yes.
No. See,
I ain't gonna lie to you. I have.
Now that's some other type of mess that you need to work on your own. But if you get a job, you don't come to the job and get ready there. No, you come ready to go. Your shoes are on. Your shoes are laced. You got your suit or whatever your uniform is on. You got your briefcase. You got your paperwork. You got your stuff. You're walking in knowing what you got to do, and you're ready to do it. You're not coming in like I don't go into the school to teach and just wing something up. Like, no, I got my shit prepared and I'm gonna walk in because I know what I got to do.
I think that's extreme because I think that I know my body bottoms get a lot of flack, right? So I feel like if I know my body, if I say, hey, I know my body, I want to do this, when I get there versus before I come there. If you don't respect it, just tell me no. But I feel like if I know my body bottom, if I say, hey, can I get ready at your house? We want to fuck. Why is that such a big issue?
Aaron.
Well, let me finish what I'm saying before you guys go where you're going. I feel like this is like a really bad problem because it's butt sex. Like sometimes you just don't know what's going to happen, and if the person that's going to be getting the dick is telling you, "Hey, I want to get ready at your house so I can really be prepared for you," why would you not trust that?
I'm sorry, we're just not going to agree on this. That's just not
over.
Aaron, are you a I know my body bottom?
No, I mean I never had an issue before when I first found out how to clean out. I honestly haven't. But I'm saying I understand it because I'm saying sometimes you just don't know. I mean, for me, like I don't think I've really had any.
You feel really passionate about this.
Issues, but no, because I feel like bottoms get shamed a lot about this, right? But if a lot of times when you're on the app, they're rushing you like, hey, are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? So a lot of times people say they're done before they are not done. And then they get painted on they're mad about it. So what I'm saying is, if I say, hey, let me come to your house so I'm not, playing around with you, let me do it at your house. Okay, fine. It's butt sex. What's so nasty about it? I mean, you're going into a butt period. Shit may happen even if I get ready, if I don't get ready. Shit may still happen. But why is it so bad for them to get ready at your house? Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
I'm not saying it's bad. I won't say that.
Y'all act like this is like unbearable.
I'm not commenting. I'm waiting on the next sex topic.
I'm not saying that it's bad. You're missing my point in regards to if I don't know you. If I know you, it's not a problem.
I get you not know me, but if you know me enough to want me to come to your house and have sex, and I'm telling you, hey, I would prefer to get ready at your house versus my house because I know my body. Let me do it at your house so that when we have sex, we don't have an issue. Why would you not trust that?
I just don't understand. So you're telling me like, okay, it's a one night stand, it's a hookup, it is what it is. Do they have the liberties to do whatever they want to do within your home?
No.
So hold on, wait.
I have the liberties to do with my body that they're asking me to do with my body. So with my body, I may not know what you want to do in your home, but I know what to do with. I know how my body operates. So if I'm saying that, if I'm coming to your house and I'm saying, hey, I can't drive 20 minutes, or whatever the time frame is, I'm saying it works better for me in this time frame for me to get ready at your house. Why would you not trust that versus you getting shitted on and then being mad at me?
I'll say this: I can respect the individual for voicing his concerns and his wants and his needs to make sure that he performs to the best of his abilities.
Mm.
But at the same time, I need you to respect my views,
Right?
and knowing that that's not something that I'm cool with. So whether we disagree or agree, we just gotta respect each other.
Right.
If that's something that you need to do to feel secure, great.
Right.
Guess what? I don't need that. I don't want that type of energy.
So if you're saying I can't come because of that, then that's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't think that should be like a turn off for people. Like, oh, if he's saying this, like, I don't trust it or whatever. Like, I think that should be a possibility for some people who feel like that, because that was a real question somebody asked. So that's why I want to put that on the platform.
There's somebody for everybody.
People
there's going to be some tops that are okay with that, and that's cool. There's going to be some tops that are not okay with that.
There are a lot of guys that were okay with it, so that's what I'm saying.
And I'm not saying that's them. That's them in their bathroom. That's them in their home. My home? No, we're good.
You can do it, but I'm just saying. At the end of the day, if a person is telling you that, hey, I need to come to your house to do this before we have sex, because I don't know. I mean, especially, I think even if you think about the different sizes of dicks, it's different. Like a smaller dick, I may be able to get ready like hours before I go to that. But if you give me like a 14-inch dick, I may need to come to your house to prepare, because that's a lot. And I don't know how far you're going to reach inside of me. I may need to come to your house and clean. So that's what I'm saying. Like we have to think about all of the consequences that come with that, because at the end of the day, the person that's going to get shamed is the bottom. Because they're going to post, oh, the boy came to my house, he shit all on my dick. But he went to a dude who has a 15-inch dick. Like, I don't think that we have to always look at it as this is embarrassing. Like, we're having butt sex. Shit happens. In a relationship, I've been through that experience. It wasn't embarrassing, but we were in a relationship, but also we're still having butt sex. So we have to realize, and we have to think about the fact that we are doing that, and we can't keep shaming people because sometimes stuff happens. And that's what I'm saying. I just think that I kind of want to take the stigma away from that, because all the times you may do it somewhere else, you don't know how long it's going to last. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense. So I don't know.
Let's go to the last bit of the comments, and then I want to open up the floor for guests to come on and talk. I think
I like that.
We can carry some of these sex topics to the next couple of episodes. We're back, guys, but let's go to some of the comments real quick.
I'll view my camera because I gotta pee.
Okay, MB said, so I work in the medical field. Some bottoms have medical problems such as irritable bowel syndrome and other gastrointestinal issues, which might cause them to want to take extra precautions before sex, such as preparing at someone else's place. That makes perfect sense, MB. You have to take that into consideration. And when you say you know your body in that case of the situation.
How about this, though? If those complications, those situations are occurring and you are well aware of your body, why not invite the top to your house?
Mm-hmm. That's a very good point, Easy.
Why not invite, if you already know
that you have those kinds of things going on?
If those issues are on the playing field, you know that. Why not invite them to your house so that you're in your own environment, like you're in your place, you know where things are, you know what to do, you know where to go. Why not invite them to your place?
Because he may not be mobile.
Oh, then that's another problem all itself. And
That's a whole different. That's a whole.
There's Metro, there's taxi, there's Uber, there's Lyft.
That's still his problem. That's still his problem.
That's still a problem. What, Uber's a problem?
That's the top problem. If he's not mobile, he can't Uber, he can't Lyft. That's his
problem. So it's the top's problem that they're not mobile, but it's the bottom.
And you still want to have sex, and I'm telling you, this is what I need. It's his problem because you still want to have sex. I'm telling you, I need to do A or B, and you can't combine with it. So when I Uber to your house, and I cannot get there. I mean, I can't get there enough time for me to feel like I feel comfortable in doing it. And you keep on edging me. You want to come to your house, even though I keep telling you that I can't. Yes, it's a problem for that top because I already expressed that I can't do it.
Then that's not the man you need to be fucking with. Because if you feel that pressure or that up against the wall over some dick that's not even yours.
Easy, you're missing what I'm saying, though. You're missing what I'm saying.
I think we're never going to agree on this topic.
It's not the man you should be messing with.
So
if he's pressuring you to say, "Hey, come over because I want some ass," and you're like, "I don't drive," he's like, "I don't drive. I got my own space. I don't got my own space, but I can Uber." Well, he may not be Uber. I can Uber you here, and because this is how this stuff goes sometimes. All these situations goes on. And then you get here, or I get there, and I'm like, I need to either come here and do what I need to do, or we're going to take chances. But I've already told you before I got here that I need to prepare at your house because I know my body. You should respect that, period.
I just feel like in the scenario that you're painting,
your body is different than everybody else's body.
I'm not even putting my body in this. I'm on the outside looking in, just as if this was a letter written.
On the outside looking in, you have to respect people's bodies. Because if I'm telling you, hey, I need time, this is what I need, and then you let me come fuck you. I mean, you let me have sex with you, and then you're mad because I paint on you. I already told you that I needed this. Like
it sounds like people need to respect themselves more than.
Huh?
It sounds like people need to respect themselves a little bit more.
Well, no, I mean, if it sounds because some people like that.
But see, you keep throwing in these scenarios,
guys.
Because I'm not gonna say stories.
Oh, go ahead, Dwayne. Bring somebody in.
Okay, so first and foremost, I'm gonna go in between y'all because clearly this is too much for the conversation. Y'all are having a agree to disagree.
I just want to make sure.
Aaron,
listen, I just want to make people.
Aaron, it's okay. It's okay. You shared your thought. You shared your point. You shared your views on bottom shaming, and you make sure that it's not all on the bottom. We totally understand. All right. And Easy has made his point as well. I just want to make it very clear that there are two different conversations happening. I agree with Black Love said there's two different conversations happening. And I think
I agree with what he's saying. I'm just saying that disrespect what people are telling you, period.
I think this is one of the cases of the situations. And for those that are avid Affairs of the Heart followers, SoDebNair took this a little personally because
listen, wait. That's what I'm not trying to do. I'm not taking it personally. What I'm doing is this. With this one question, I sent you like a Twitter feed. So I read the responses of this. So I'm telling what I'm giving you is what the people gave. It was like hundreds of people who answered this. So what people are saying are different things. There are people that are saying what Easy said. There are people who are saying what I'm saying. There are people who are going to say what people from the comment section are saying. What I'm saying is this: you have to respect the person's body, period, and how they feel, how this is going to work out for them. Otherwise, you can't be mad at them if they pay me if you're a top because I said, hey, I need to come over and do this. If they say, hey, I'm good all day long, they're good. Like, you have to respect that individual's personal sexual preference and how they work that out. That's all I'm saying. I don't disagree with what Easy is saying at all. That's a portion of the people who responded. That's it.
So
very clear.
Listen, guys, we put the link in the comment. Okay. Click the link if you want to join us live right now to share your thoughts on anything that we've talked about tonight on the premiere season 4 of the Affairs of the Heart podcast. This is your opportunity. Y'all have been asking to come and you want to share your thoughts and you want to be on the show and you want to tell us what you think and blah, 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 blah. So this is your opportunity to do it.
You gotta say blah, blah.
This is your opportunity to do it. The link is in the comments. Click the link. You will join us here live. We will pick people at random to share their thoughts on any of the topics that we talked about tonight, whether it was relationships, whether it was sex, whether it was our Dear Affairs of the Heart letter, or if you just want to come on and say, hey, what's up to the crew, you are more than welcome to do that. This is your time to do that now.
To come up.
You said what?
Also, who's gonna be brave enough to come up on this panel?
We want to see if you're going to be right. We want to see if you're going to be brave enough to come up. I'm not seeing anybody pop in.
They asked for this, so
yeah, y'all asked for this. We said here it is. So we're gonna take a couple drinks until you decide.
We're gonna take our shots still.
Easy. That was your idea. Let's get some shots in. What we got? Let me grab my bottle. Hit my shot glass. This shot glass is real tall.
You got a double shot.
Apparently. While we wait for people to pop in that are brave enough, I'll raise a glass for a toast for our very first season 4 episode of These Affairs of the Heart Podcast.
We made it through 4 seasons.
Listen, and we are so glad to have Easy. Easy is a new fixture in our team, and so we are grateful that you are here. So here is to Easy, here's to season 4, here's to the very first episode of season 4, here's to SoDebNair for working so hard on his platform. This is his baby, and we're just glad to be a part of it. So up to it, down.
Wait, can I add to that? And
go ahead.
And because you guys actually joined me for this crazy venture with this podcast, because I don't think any of you guys knew what we'd ever be talking about. I just spring this stuff up with you guys. People like, oh, we're going to do this. So I just want to thank you guys for actually joining these conversations, because y'all be like, I'm not talking about no dildos today. Like, I'm not doing that. But I enjoy you guys for actually coming in and engaging in these conversations. So cheers to that.
All right, Easy, you got anything you want to say? All right, up to it.
I don't want to upset nobody.
Cheers, do your cheers.
Yeah, up to it, down to it. We do the shit because we used to it. Fuck those who don't do it. Now drink, motherfucker, drink. All right. Oh, God. Anybody that wants to pop in, get your hair right, put your makeup together, turn your ring light on. And the link is in the comments. We want to hear from you live.
It's on YouTube, so somebody need to go ahead and do this. And I see the link.
It's in the comment section, so get it together.
I wonder can I do it through the Facebook link though?
Yeah, it's in it. It put a comment in all of the sections on everybody's pages, on everybody's group. Anybody that wants to pop in, who wants to be the brave?
I want Mark Sean to come on here.
Say what now?
I want Mark Sean to come on here.
Mark Sean? It's Mark.
Yeah, all the information. Now we need to come on here.
Anybody?
Wesley, where you at?
Wesley JP. I'm calling all my people. Wesley JP. Rainier, turn that ring light on.
Oh, Rainier, like for real.
Rainier, turn that ring light on real quick and put your head to the side. It's not on. It is on Facebook, Damien. It is. It is on
Facebook. I think it's on.
It is. I'm looking at the comment. It is in the comment section. I'll put it up again, so that you guys there. It's there. There it is. Join us live. Share your thoughts on tonight's topics.
I think he's maybe on my page. That's why, because on my page it's not on there.
It is actually, because there's the comment that it went on your page.
No, that's my business page, not my personal page.
Is your personal page connected?
Yeah, but it doesn't have look at my comments. It's not on there.
Okay, so let's try this again. If you need the link,
Or if you're not comfortable doing it, just drop your comments in and we'll address them there too.
It is not. Okay, so I see the destinations and it's not on your page, it's not on my page, it's not on the Affairs of the Heart page or the EzSaidEzDone live group.
It's on the SoDebNair page though.
It is on the SoDebNair page. Interesting. I wonder why that is. Okay, so this is the first time we trying it out. Trial and error. We, got to deal with it.
Oh, you know what? I got I'm gonna send out the link. Hold on.
Sounds like you should have got prepared at your house before you came over here.
This is why I was saying what I was saying.
Yes,
I was saying what I was saying. I was like, no, you shouldn't do this. But I got y'all.
Okay, so you want me to put it in a banner? Like, do I need to put it?
I'm gonna post it in the links. Hold on.
Can you post it in all of them, or do I need to put it on?
See, now you here and your shit ain't together, and it shit ain't going right.
Posted it in the Affairs of the Heart.
The shade, yes, absolutely, the shade. There it is.
I'm just saying.
That's why.
If he had got himself prepared before he got here, we wouldn't be having this problem to begin with. And now he over here trying to prepare, and he's already here, and he's still fucking up. That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't me fucking up. It wasn't me fucking up.
Listen, I did what we discussed.
We were supposed to do. It just didn't work out that well. But that's why when bottom come to y'all sometimes, they think the same thing and they don't be prepared. So that's why it's okay for them to prepare at your house. It's a perfect example. You're right.
I'm just saying.
So the link is scrolling at the bottom. If you can copy and paste, or if you would like to share it.
Now they're over there trying to figure out what to do.
And that's when Mary had a little lamb, period.
Mary had a little lamb.
All right, so SoDebNair, can you do me a favor, Aaron? Can you go to my page and put that in my comments, please?
Hold on.
Because
and I gotta go to that group too, in the EzSaid group.
Yeah, so if you can, the link is coming in the comments, guys. If you want to join us, if you want to share your thoughts on tonight's topics, any of the topics we discussed tonight, or if you just want to come on and say, welcome to the new season of the Affairs of the Heart show. We are so glad to have you. And we will make sure that you are seen. Please turn your lights on. Please, take your shades off, your lights, whatever you got to do. Turn your ring light on. Let us be able to see you and your name so that people can know who you are.
It's an EzSaid.
The link is there, StreamYard.com, and then the // is listed below. Aaron is posting it in all of the pages in the groups.
You should pin it on your
page. I feel like this is like I'm like the top waiting on him to come out the bathroom. He over there shitting. It's like I'm just waiting.
This is why you should have to prepare at your house.
No, come ready.
You had these problems.
If you know what's about to go down, come ready.
You wouldn't have these problems if you let them prepare at your house.
And now you here, you still ain't ready.
This is why. Okay, so let me say this. This is why we need moderators.
We got people.
Well, before you do this,
okay. No, I want to see the people.
But listen, this is why we need moderators. So if you guys listen to this podcast every week, we do need moderators for our lives. So the moderators are who are able to put out this stuff when we are doing the lives. So if you guys want to be a moderator, inbox me on my page or on the Affairs of the Heart page, so that when we do start asking for this, you guys can start posting this stuff for us. But go ahead, Dwayne.
All right. So JP and Wes are here from Houston, Texas. So we're gonna bring in JP and Wes.
We're bringing both at the same time.
They are together. JP and Wes are here. These brothers. I'm so glad they have popped in. Hey, y'all.
What's going on? Hey.
All right. So your thoughts on any of the topics for tonight?
Well,
which one is Jake?
I was just about to ask that. I was like, which
all right. So just so we're clear,
Who's West?
Wesley is in the camera. JP is over to the side.
Okay,
West,
got you.
West got the stuff to say, so that's who I want to talk to.
All right. I guess the only thing I was gonna mention is depending on what city you live in, it may take an hour to drive across town. Okay. So Houston is a big place.
So if you getting booty on the north side of Houston and you live on the south side, it's going to take about an hour for you to get there.
So will you let the bottom prepare at your house?
Well,
come on, man.
I think everything. I think that's a private adventure. So I think everybody take care of that before they get to where they arrive.
Thank you.
So let me ask you this: so if they got to your house and it was that because you're an hour away, it was a mess. They said, "I tried." Would you be mad at them?
That's not a live experience for me. So
no, but I'm asking.
I would just say.
I'm saying if it was, would you be mad?
Hypothetically, I just think that they should do it at their own house, or you take care of everything before you arrive at your destination.
Thank you.
With,
let's say this was.
I'm trying to change his mind. He said his piece. No one is trying to get on your soapbox with you.
I'm asking, like, if it was, would you be mad?
He asked you a question.
I think things happen, but I just prefer that not to happen. So right. I just prefer, like Easy said, you don't show up on the first day of work or at work and not prepared. So I think you should always be prepared.
Can I tell you something, JP? Easy cannot be the most person that we can rely upon because he hasn't been in relationships that long. So all the times we be listening to him because
stop.
Amazing. But when it comes to he never talked about his one night stands ever on this show. We never heard a one night stand show about
wait.
We never heard a one night stand. We never have we heard a one night stand situation with him?
Who?
Wait, no, Aaron.
Story from him.
Aaron, I'm not gonna let you do.
Have we ever had a one night stand story from him?
I'm not gonna let you do Easy like that. That's not fair.
One night stand story. So I can't. I want to make sure the people who do that have realistic expectations when it comes to that. Because Easy dates people, which is there's nothing wrong with that.
Who have I dated?
Dates are amazing, but he's never had a one night stand story on this show. So we can compare to that. So I don't know, but I'm just
Aaron.
I look at here.
No. Easy.
No. I got this one. Now, I'm so sorry that my tires have not been rotated as much as yours have.
It's not about
right, that's not me. That's not you. No. You had your chance. Like I said, I can't help it if my tires have not been rotated as much as yours have. Okay, that's your business.
My tires have been rotated. Right.
Yes, and I hear they stay in rotation. But this is the thing here, okay?
Right.
I give opinions based upon my experiences.
That's what I said.
And my experiences are completely different from yours.
Absolutely.
All I'm saying is, and just like he just said, this seems like a situation that you need to take care of at your home. And if you can't take care of it there, this is a situation you should not be walking into. Now, if those of you who disagree, that's fine. That's your business. I'm just giving my expertise on this. This is why I was called to the show. This is why I'm here on the live. This is why I got the job and you did not. Because this is my opinion. All right. Now, if you can't handle it, this ain't the podcast that you be watching. All right. I'm just telling it like it is.
Your experience is different than people who
exactly. And just like everyone's experiences on that Twitter feed that you had was different. Everyone on that Twitter feed was everyone on that Twitter feed was different.
Just say your experience was different.
Exactly. So just like you want someone to respect the bottom for asking, can they get ready at their house?
Wait,
I was respect the top for telling them, no, this is not the place for you to get ready at. If you can't get ready here, you don't.
All right, we're gonna mute both of them. And we're going to take back the show just real quick. Goodness gracious.
I wasn't shading him.
No. You were muted. Mute. You were muted. We gonna mute. We gonna take a pause. JP and West, thank you so much for joining us and being our first guest. We appreciate you for coming in and hopping on and sharing your perspective. Or tonight, we have another person we're gonna take you guys out. We have another person that we're gonna bring in. Rainier is here. Hello, Rainier.
Wait, before you do this, please stop. Please stop. Because I wasn't doing that. I absolutely was not doing that. And I don't want to feel like I was doing that. Wait, Dwayne, give me a second. Easy, I was never doing that. I was just saying it's a different perspective because that's just what it was. It wasn't the same perspective. That's it. Go ahead, Rainier. That's it.
Rainier, you're muted. Go ahead and unmute yourself, please.
I had to mute myself. I said, I don't have on no makeup or nothing, but I'm going to do this because you guys have me in tears. Tears today.
We are so glad. You guys. First of all, we're glad that you're here. Second of all, we're glad that you have brought yourself on for a few seconds. So share your thoughts. What was your favorite part of the show or any topics that you want to continue the conversation?
Friends. The one about the guy having slept with several of my friends, and I still the second letter from the heart where he talked about several and we got into that whole conversation. I just was like, several's a lot. Like if you slept with one of my friends or two of my friends, but if you slept with 5 of my friends and I got 10 friends, that's 50%. That's a lot.
That's true.
There's a couple, there's a few. When you start getting past a few and you start saying several, that's a lot.
That's true. You're right. You're right.
What's the time frame though?
And
is there a time frame associated with that?
Let me. Okay, so I'm out my age, right? I'm out my age. I'm 40.
I already said
years old.
I've already said pounds, so you good.
I don't think it's about.
Let me tell you something, Dwayne. When you said pounds, I was like, pounds.
Rainier, I don't think it's about an age thing though. I think it's about a personal perspective of what you want to deal with, period. Like, and I think that's where when we were having that conversation, like, one, we Virgos. And when I realized we was a Virgo, I was like, we the same kind of people. Because it's like, we don't really do that a lot. Like, it's like, if you're not in that kind of space, like, we just don't do it.
Right. Now, I'm not saying that Virgos may not have extensive backgrounds.
Well, true.
We may be a little seasoned.
Yes.
But I'm just being clear.
Apparently, some people on this cast have.
All I'm saying, and so I'm saying that I'm clear on that. But if I can't, what you then become, and I'm saying this from a perspective of you then become like a big topic of conversation at some point. I don't care what we're talking about. If we're talking about sex, and somebody be like, yeah, because I smashed that and it was good. Yeah, I smashed that too. Yeah, I smashed that. And then I got to listen to how y'all might have smashed a little differently or how, that's just too much information for me. I could give you space for 1 or 2, but when you talk about half my group, several is a lot. That's all I'm saying.
It's a lot.
Even if you got 3 friends, several is 2. That's a lot.
That might say something about your friends though. Like
it doesn't say nothing about your friends. It's like,
I don't have those friends. Now I might have been that friend at one point in my life, but I don't have those friends. I'm just saying, I'm just being transparent.
I love my sister. I love her. I love my sister.
Can we keep going with this?
I've been on both sides of the street with that.
So
can we keep going with this?
It's but you know what? It's the reality of the community.
But wait, Easy, you said earlier you and your friend had a board meeting about some dick. You said that earlier.
Yeah, I agree.
You said y'all went to. So then, what do you think happens when you have 5 out of 7 people in the room that done slept with the same person?
This is my perspective. This is my thing. We were both single and we were both friends. So me being single, I can talk to as many people as I want to. I can entertain as many people as I want to because I'm a single individual. And he was the same way. We just happened to, connect on a level where it was just like, damn, you talking to the same people I'm talking to. So like how invested are you really with that one person? And whichever one we were more invested in, like I was cool with cutting it off with that person. And I'm like, even
but that's what I'm saying. I'm not judging it. I'm absolutely not judging it. I'm just saying that when you have a person that has slept with several, that was my key word. If the letter just said, oh, they just slept with one person or two people, I'd have been like, oh, okay, I don't care about that. When you said, not you, but the letter said several, I'm like, if I get several pieces of candy, that's a lot of candy out of the bag.
It's actually bad.
That's all I'm saying.
Pieces of candy.
I'm just looking at it. If I look back on the situation and I see just hypothetically, if I'm looking on it and I see that, okay, you slept with several of my friends, I want to know maybe time frames. Is this all within a year? Is this all within 10 years? Like what is that looking like? What happened? Because honest to God, we don't know every single person that each of our friends have slept with. We probably don't even know all the people that we've actually slept with. And I'm not saying if you do, great. If you don't, great. But I'm just saying, like, what's the time frame? What's the longevity of it? Was it just a one night stand? Was it just a hookup? Was it just a grinder date? Was it just a jack date? Like, what was it for me to just be able to cut everybody, like just to cut you off, especially if it's a good thing that's working out for us?
What you got?
And if it's not just about
sex. But that's not the one I'm talking about.
What you got to say?
That's not the letter I'm talking about. I'm talking about the other letter.
Oh no, I'm still on the same letter you talking about. I'm just thinking like if it's somebody that I know that I'm talking to, and I realize, okay, now, damn, we kind of in this thing, but I realize you just, you slept with several of my friends. Because these are questions, these are situations that don't come up in the beginning. This is stuff that comes up when you already deep in that shit, right? Am I right or wrong?
Not necessarily, because you can be in the beginning of a situation and be honest and say, hey, these are the people that I have been involved with. One of your friends that I saw at your house gathering the other night was one of the people that I've been involved with, and I need to make that very clear.
The story said that they were in a situationship, and this was a long 6-year thing.
We're not talking about that one. She's talking about finding out your friend has slept with several of your friends.
Even with that, the thing is this. Why would you want to engage in that? To me, I feel like this. If I'm friends with someone, we're really friends. Like, it's not no surface stuff. Or I would call you my associate. If we're friends, I already know you've dated this person.
They said slept with. It
just seems like it's some premeditated stuff to me. I would never do it. So,
but that was not the case of the letter that was written. It wasn't premeditated. This person was an innocent bystander as a friend of someone else whom is in a relationship with someone else that they just happen to have been in a situationship with for 6 years. So,
well, that's what the letter.
That's not the letter she was talking about.
That's what the letter said.
The letter she was talking. Never mind.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't really make any sense, though.
Yeah, Rainier, we love you, and Rainier will be a guest on our show at some point because we love our sister and we love the fact that she has a different perspective from the female perspective, because obviously ours is a gay male perspective, and so we definitely
we'd be wrong. We'd be wrong about
it. It's not that far. It's not as far as people think it is.
No,
it's not that far as people think it is. That's the lie of the divide.
Can I tell you something, Rainier? It'd be very wrong. Like I can't speak for Dwayne because I think Dwayne knows you way more than what I do. So he probably may not be off, but I think what I know, and I think from the stuff that I went through with my church stuff, I'm probably really off. And I think there's a lot of people that don't understand a lot of things. Even with like titles and stuff. So like what I want to do when you come on is like really give some inspiration and get some clarity on some things, which is why I was like, when Dwayne had wanted you guys to show, I want you to come, because I knew that when we were doing our church, like I didn't know a lot of stuff with the lesbian community. And honestly, today I still don't know it. And so like with our podcast, like I want to do that because I feel like even Easy and Dwayne may know it, but I just don't know it. I don't know. And I want to make sure that people that are listening to the podcast know that kind of stuff, because it's confusing to me, because I've learned a lot of things, but I've also learned a lot of stuff that doesn't make any sense to me. So I want to like kind of clarify it. So that's why I want you to come.
Well, bring me back at any time. I love the show, and I thank you for even letting me pop on for these few moments, because
So can I give you?
I had tears today.
Can I give you a date?
Oh, once again, you're doing behind the scenes stuff. Once again, you're doing behind the scenes stuff on the air.
This is actually not behind. This is not behind the scenes. Y'all actually aren't here, so y'all can see.
You about to set up? Are we not live?
Can I give you the 18th?
Lord Jesus.
Can I give you the 18th?
The 18th?
Yes.
You can give me the 18th.
If we want to do this, I need to ask you a question. Are you getting ready at your house or their house?
Okay.
Are you getting?
I have a lot of stuff.
You ask your questions. You got the 18th booked.
I have a lot of stuff coming for the podcast this year that I'm doing, so I'm fulfilling the dates.
I'm waiting on the answer.
We're good. So we're gonna do the 18th.
Okay, we got the 18th.
Since I love you, please.
Are you getting ready? Are you getting ready at your house or their house?
Please make sure that
I'll answer that on the 18th.
We'll see you on the 18th.
Please
get
make
ready at her
sure
house, people.
you check out Loves the Service, coming soon. My sister is the writer of the book that is inspired by the movie that is coming out. And so we are incredibly excited. Rainier, thank you so much for joining us. And we will see you on the 18th, apparently. All right.
Easy.
Okay.
Dwayne, easy. She's supposed to be booked almost weeks ago. Like, for real. Seriously. She was. So she must be booked weeks ago.
That's not my problem. That wasn't up for debate. That wasn't even on. I had nothing to do with that.
But no, she probably booked weeks ago.
Okay, all right. We love you guys. Mark Chin said he wanted to come on, but he had another. And he was in the queue, but he had another event that was coming on in about 4 minutes. So Mark, please join us next week Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you can join us and talk about what your thoughts were. Vocals to New York, we've missed you. We're glad that you're here.
Well, that's easy.
Huh?
Vocals New York.
That's Easy's boo.
Is here.
Vocals New York, NYC. That's your boo.
Oh, I remember him from the other episode.
He loves you.
Yes. So listen, it has been a great premiere. I have laughed till times got better. Listen, I am so grateful for the topics for this episode. Make sure, Aaron, you want to close this out. Make sure they follow us on.
Absolutely. So listen, guys. Make sure you guys, if you are still on here, go to our YouTube channel, like, subscribe, comment below. Let us know what you guys think about our episode this week. If you're on Facebook, make sure you like our what is it called? Our Facebook page. I'm used to doing YouTube, and that's it. I'm sorry, that's why. So make sure you like our Facebook page. Make sure you guys share this video and let people know what you guys think about the conversation that we've had. I know you guys have been very instrumental about what we've talked about, so make sure you guys share this conversation. For me, make sure you guys, again, like, comment, share under our Affairs of the Heart podcast stuff on YouTube and Facebook. Check out my YouTube channel, SoDebNair, and follow me on everything else. Everything is SoDebNair. Follow Dwayne at where?
You done?
I'm back to you.
Okay. You can follow me at the tag below on IG or Twitter at Dwayne Q. You can also go to swankartsandentertainment.com for my personal business, my multimedia production and event management company, as well as my YouTube channel, Swank Arts and Entertainment LLC, for all my personal content that I've created as well. Easy, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at get your shit together at your own damn house, or IG on prepare your shit at your own damn house, or Facebook.
What's the handle?
Just don't invade my personal space with your bullshit. All right, and
What's
we
the
will
handle?
see you next week.
What's the handle? How do they find you there?
If they want me, they know how to find me.
Easy said, easy done, as it is in his description at the bottom. Y'all, this has been a ridiculous first episode of the Affairs of the Heart podcast.
Also, if you guys are getting confused about anything, you can go to our Instagram pages. All of me and Dwayne stuff are on the links there. Easy to send us stuff yesterday, so we have to add his stuff there. But you also can find, if you need the links to that stuff, you can find us there. We thank you guys for joining us for this episode, and we hope you guys tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend to join us every week for the Faces of Our podcast. We never really talked about the actual title of the podcast.
We will talk about that in the next episode because we clearly do not have any more time and any more space. It has been over 2 hours. As a matter of fact, 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours, guys. We love you. We appreciate you. We are back. We'll see you for episode 2.
Well, let me do this. So, guys, because we did not do that, I will do a personal story on that on the Faces of Our podcast channel, which is one thing we talked about on the meeting we had. We do some story time stuff, so I'll do that on my personal time. So
behind the scenes stuff you're talking about again.
Huh? What'd you say?
You're doing behind the scenes stuff again.
No. I said I already told them last time we were on here that we would do story times. That's what I already said that. So I'll do that at story time so we can do the next stuff next time. So I'll do a story time about that for the next podcast before we do the next podcast. But we'll see you guys next week, and we love you guys. Make sure you subscribe, turn notifications, comment below, share these videos. Tell a friend, and we'll see you guys next week.
Are you done?
I was clearing us out because she was like turned over.
Are you done? You finished? Anything else you want to say to the people?
Do you want to say follow again?
Tell a friend to tune into the Affairs of the Heart podcast every week on Thursday nights because we're doing this live every night. Well, first of all, let's do this. So we are not going to be recording like a different podcast anymore. We're going to take our live podcast. So we never talked about this. We're going to take the live podcast into our regular podcast every week because people have been asking about that. So I need to say this. So we're going to take our live podcast to our normal podcast every week. So the podcast will not come back out on Wednesdays. It'll be out on Fridays from this point. Right?
This could have been put in an Instagram post or a Facebook post.
No, because people have been asking me all week. They said, y'all.
And you could have addressed it in an Instagram post and a Facebook post.
No, because they said if it's less than 10 minutes, they ain't listening to it. I'm telling you, this is not real. Dwayne knows this. We've had a conversation about it. They don't listen nothing less than a whole hour worth of a podcast. So I'm doing this for a reason. So we're going to turn our podcast into the live podcast. Dwayne's going to start sending me the live podcast, and it's going to be our audio podcast for people. So it's not going to come out on Wednesdays anymore. It's going to come out on Fridays, right? Reassure these people because they're asking.
Once again, it can be addressed in a Facebook post or
it's this week. They're asking me every day.
Then you tell them.
I told them it was going to be on Friday, so I'm asking to reassure it's going to happen. And it's on Dwayne for me to do this. I don't know.
Let me say this.
Dwayne has to send this to me.
let me say this to the 20 people that are still watching us on various channels.
The people that's watching us, people that are waiting to listen to us. The people that are seeing.
Yes, it was the bottle to the head because I'm tired. So let's be very clear. Before you try to throw me under any kind of bus or put me you said what you had to say. You're muted. I'm make this very clear.
The people that's watching.
Let's make it very clear that what you will not do is you will not treat me like easy on the beginning of the show. So let's make it very clear that since Aaron wanted to put this on Front Street, our podcast will come out on Thursdays moving forward. We are going to take the audio from what is premiered, and it will be the podcast for those listeners that are listening, because we have other endeavors that we are working on. And so, you're muted. You're muted.
That's what I said.
That is not what you said. So let's be clear, because you want to make it about me. And I'm not scared to tell you fuck off, because you're not going to do it in front of the people that we have on our show. So let's be very clear that you are muted since you want to put stuff on Front Street. That's what you were trying to do. So let's put it very clear. Our podcast will now, for the listeners, come out on Fridays. We will take the audio from our Thursday night shows if you do not join us live, and it will be put on the podcast for you to listen, since you've been asking where we have been. We took a hiatus for the holidays, and we are back. It is our very first show. Welcome to the Affairs of the Heart podcast. If you need any further information regarding the show, you can join us at theaffairsoftheheartpodcast.com, and you can join us on YouTube, Facebook, and any other platforms that you would like to. It has been a great show. We love you guys so much for tuning in and hanging out with us for 2.5 hours on our premiere show for season 4. We will see you next week, same time, Thursday at 8 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter. And until next week, have a good week. Stay safe, wear your mask, and wash your hands.
And that's how you end the show.